Man, I want something to drink, but all I have is alcohol.
Were you the guy who picked up
Welcome
Aura?
in.
Hello.
Did you just come back from picking up Aura? Did you just go on a date?
For that like
Just some
16-hour
Jack Daniels.
drive to where he is right now. Yeah, yeah. With all the I was on the phone with all those meetings.
Yes,
I'm
exactly. Chugging Jack.
Yeah, we were doing drunk raid night for Destiny this past weekend, and so I have a bunch of like twisted teas and shit in my mini fridge, but I have no soda. I forgot to restock it, so I have to go downstairs and grab those at some point. So I just open it, and there's a fucking 12-pack of twisted tea.
I mean, twisted tea, homie.
Twisted tea.
Listen, there's like 8 dragons homing in on your position. Do you really want me intoxicated?
I don't know.
It'd be funny.
It would be funny.
Just grab his tea and twist it.
We do have to go back. We do have to go back and get that stone, though.
Oh yeah, you guys did just leave that, didn't you? No, to be fair, you haven't left the building. If you remember, you're still there.
We are. I still have no idea
Matter
what
of
that
fact.
stone is supposed to do, though, so I have no reason to go back to it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it I'm sorry.
Other than the fact that it summoned dragons, I'm not fussed with that stone.
And even then, that's above table.
Yeah, right.
You just know how much a dragon showed up. Well, you know, two to three very heavy hitting thuds shook the structure you're in, which already isn't super
great
sound. Yeah, and so it's been shaking every like 2 minutes. Fun fact, Alley's great inspiration for this dungeon as well. There is a tower in Japan. I'll pull up the name of it. It's actually the inspiration for a place in Pokemon.
Bellsprout Tower.
Bellsprout Tower. It's an actual tower shrine that's made almost entirely out of wood. And so, because of the way it works, it's so tall that it actually shifts in the wind, and you can hear the creaking of the wood. You can hear the tower moving. It's very cool and very old shrine. I'll pull up the name real quick.
Yeah, please do. Because I looked up images for like Japan Shrine Tower, and there's a few. They built a couple.
So it is the Nara prefecture of Japan. It's in Harajuku, Tokyo.
Horyuji Temple. Maybe.
Cool.
Yeah, it's actually an inspiration for a thing in Pokemon, which is actually really cool. Where I learned about it, and then talked to my wife about it because she's actually been to Japan as well. She did a foreign exchange student thing in high school.
Nice.
And so yeah, very very cool place.
Cool. Epic.
And I'm still thinking about the stone that's giving off like "Come here, dragons, come here" vibes.
Stones.
I still think we should run back and grab it because like
it's already done what it's want to do. I think first even said it's now gone inert because it's made the call.
No, it was as a matter of fact,
it was still glowing when we left.
It was repeating afterwards. The call has been issued. Like it was repeating it. It's still very much active. I'm also going to explain a couple things because I want people to be aware of this and not be like, oh, I wish I would have known that, would have done something different. As you were aware, the tower wasn't super structurally sound to begin with. In addition to this, having the equivalent of 5 freight trucks crash into the side of said tower at not the most structurally sound parts of the thing isn't great. Then. Yeah, more or less. You guys are on a timer to kind of get out of here. There's a few options, as you were made aware. Obviously, there is the very obvious one of go back out the way you fucking came. Now that you can kind of reverse, do what you did. There is also the water source you guys know leads out, though you know there was some creepy fucking shit in that because it seemed bigger than it was.
Yeah.
Some shenaniganery with elemental planes.
Hold up.
We also We'll also have to probably roll to see if Thassa notices us in the water.
Yeah. So
the
quick exit
captions
is
again. It's kicked you for some reason.
Oh, gross. The air quote fast option, which is the metaphysical equivalent of jumping out the window of a 30-story building. With Minecraft bucket of water though,
hell yeah, safety
is going out this way. That is
my forge still doesn't load in, so I can't. If you're drawing on the map, I can't see it.
You're good. It is just conveying. It is the fastest route, high risk, high reward. Higher chance of Thassa, higher chance there's some weird shit in there you don't know about. Obviously movement slower, range shit's limited, casting, etc. The
fastball is always fun.
The slower option, though, you know what you're going to come across because you've already been through it, would be going the long way. Obvious downside to that is the tower is actively crumbling against you.
It's the long way. That's the
it's
downside.
It's
the long way.
Mechanically as well, I'll also convey. There is a set number of turns. Again, I've done the math on like if you were to immediately with no issue dash through, this is like the optimal amount of turns, and then here's like the cushion amount with like assuming some shit goes wrong amount of turns before shit happens. In addition, as time goes on, I'm going to ask for deck saves on the ends of certain rounds.
Shit.
And it's more like falling debris. It's less about like, oh fucking I'm gonna die, and more like, hey, a fucking chunk of fucking rock smacks you in the head, take 1d6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay,
Nothing too crazy. It's perpetual over time damage, which makes any further engagements of like dragons and such outside of this a thing you'll have to advise from that point. So I just want to convey all these options to you because there's no worse feeling than being like, man, fuck, I would have done something different if I had known that. In addition, as a reminder as well, Misty Step, Dimension Door, things like that, anything that causes you to blink out temporarily to another domain, do not work here. Conjuration magic piece as a whole doesn't work. So please take that into account of like, just don't be like, hey, let's fucking just Dimension Door because we can just do that. It doesn't work. You can't step, you can't do that stuff. So.
I am aware. I do remember that because I tried to Misty Step out of the water last time. Is it okay if we take like a moment just to talk about what might be our best option to do then? Because personally, like this is gonna sound crazy. I always recommend the crazy shit. I think taking the water might be the safest choice. I know that might sound a little crazy and weird. I do have a secret third option that might not work at all, and we might all TPK if I suggest it, but I'm gonna bring it up. I have what's the name of the spell? Hang on.
I have caved in and I am drinking alcohol. So take that into account. It's 5%. They're not that big of cans. Like
twist the tea. Twist the tea.
Hashtag not sponsored, but if anybody from the company is paying attention, you never know. Hashtag we could be.
Hashtag Minecraft sponsorship.
Okay, so
hashtag we need money. The world sucks.
Okay, so as you guys know, I have Wall of Force, which I could form into a sphere, into a a sphere with a radius of up to 10 feet. If shit gets real dire, I could pop up a Wall of Force on us
for a minute, right?
Or 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Yeah, so if the fucking shit caves in,
you've
got 10 minutes to figure it out.
It
doesn't. No. The immediate bludgeoning damage goes away, but you're still buried under rubble. It's not ideal.
But as I said, my vote is that we take the water because that's the fastest and most effective way out. I know we'll have to deal with Thassa possibly, but I do not think us like retracing our steps out of the temple will be a very good idea. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I'm just writing down our options again. So we've got the water, which is the fastest exits because it's basically just shooting us out. The long way, which is backtracking our steps through the temple. Was there there's the water is the fastest. You got the long way, which is backtracking. What was the middle option? There was a middle option, wasn't there?
There really isn't one.
There isn't one?
Yeah. The third option is Kay throws up a sphere of force.
Yeah, the third option is willingly buried alive.
Yeah. Which, if we stay at the top of the tower, I feel like our will be close. I don't know how like collapsing buildings and rubble work. Like if the
mechanically or
it's
like
bad.
metaphysically.
We're going into physics. Woo!
well, okay. So in a hypothetical situation,
Fun fact, actually, there is a rule set for this. Unironically, thank you, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, for having a whole section on environmental hazards.
So in a metaphysical situation where you are stuck in a collapsing building, and then there is like a little capsule that like a little sphere that you can get into to protect yourself, at least for a little bit from the falling debris. Once the building collapses, where is that sphere going to be? Is it going to be towards the top, or is it going to get buried down below?
So traditionally, assuming a skyscraper pyramid-esque shape, which this does follow. I know Donald can't see, but I can doodle a map a little bit. Basically, you have it kind of funnels. So basically, if let's say you're here, obviously all of this caves in, and then you fall down, and things fall around you. So it's still not ideal. It's the same thing of like most people who die in avalanches don't die from the avalanche itself. They die from being buried, because the amount of just sheer weight on top of you is so it's impossible to get out. It's the same with rubble. Like it's not about the like, you know, like you just die. You can't get free. You lose oxygen, you lose blood, you lose food. And so that's where the immediate, though it's like, oh, we're safe from the immediate impact. After that point, there's still thousands of tons of rubble on top of you. So it's still not you will still die, just slower.
Yeah.
So like if you're like, hey, we have a fucking nuke and this thing, we can go blow up the rubble while we're still in the thing.
I can hear that video. That's the GIF. They're fucking. Are there helium balloons in this van?
Yeah, are they helium balloons?
But yeah, so that's kind of the
love the IT crowd GIF, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of the current thing. It's a decent enough like oh shit button. It should not be used as if things go bad, we'll just do this. This is like, I'm going to die.
Oh yeah,
right
no. I was not thinking of like, let me just activate the sphere right now and we sit here for our impending doom. I was just like trying to understand the logistics and the collateral of it.
Yeah.
Does that sphere hold us in a fixed space, or does it roll around?
Wall of Force, I don't think does. Oddly Resilient Sphere does.
An invisible wall of force springs into existence at a point you choose within range. The wall appears in an orientation choose.
Hold up. Actually, no. If you cast that, the rubble would fall around you. So you could technically, but you'd be a couple hundred feet in the air. So that's a different problem you have to deal with. But
Thorier can fly. I have a broom of flying now, and Scar can figure himself out.
Scar can tank it.
Yeah.
I say Scar can just turn into a meteor, and maybe take out a dragon.
I'll grab the local dragon.
Hey, fall damage. Also, thank you, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, for implementing rules for falling onto another creature. That actually does. It splits fall damage. So
we could also put Scar into one of Thorier's mini bags of holding to hold on to him until we can land.
I have one
Yeah, good luck getting him in that. He also weighs more than the capacity of a bag of holding.
Yeah. Also, the bag of holding currently. On the right page.
Yeah, I think last we checked, Scar with his gear is like a bajillion fucking pounds.
It's stupid heavy. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, even with his bag of holding,
I'm feeling the bag of holding is probably almost at capacity anyway.
By not looking at the number of his weight, Scar ignores it.
Yeah, Scar is
Scar
220
weight,
pounds.
therefore it is not
So
real.
30,000
Scar
gold's
and
worth
his
of
equipment
diamond.
is 440.
Okay, I'm just gonna read out. By the way, this is what we have in the bag of holding right now. By the way, 3,000 gold worth of diamond, 3,000 gold, a barrel of beer, the 1 foot granite cube that has the tesseract inside it.
Oh yeah,
an Acme bomb.
The Acme bomb.
Recent edition.
They won't let me use.
And a duffel bag of ancient blueprints from my ancestors.
Bug.
All I'm saying is,
all the paperwork we found in here, basically in this tower, we've stuffed in the bag.
Also, at the end of the day, I do really want to go back and get that dragon gem.
Okay. So
sure.
We've talked above table. Are people okay with progressing in game now? Because there's a clock involved.
I think so. I want to know what you guys like. Once again, I think water's our best choice.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Probably.
Sure, there's something in it, and Fasa, but it will definitely shoot us out the tower the quickest.
Yeah.
We'll just have to contend with, again, Fasa, whatever that thing was, and landing.
I love the fact that Fasa's just been this like on layaway god, just like in the back, like, hey, we'll deal with her when we deal with her.
She's chasing us. She can come to us when there's a problem.
And again, we've talked about this before. She's such a after everything that's happened, she's more in a spot of like, I don't fucking care. Leave me the fuck alone, and I'll leave you the fuck alone. So it's like,
excellent.
Her one rule was like, just don't go on the water, and I won't fuck with you. Like,
and we've been on the
actively going.
Well, I feel like she needs to understand, like. I know gods don't really need to have rhyme and reason, but I feel like she needs to understand that we might have to go out onto the water to, like, invent, like, there might be leads that we have to take to...
Yeah, she understands. She doesn't care.
Also, this whole thing of the fact, the fact that, there's bodies of water pretty much all around us between the places we have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's not going to make an exception anyway.
So, do you guys want to get into the water while Kay makes a run for the gym real fast?
Well, I don't know does Scar want to continue trying to get this magic inventory to give him things?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
That most of it. You guys got all like the steel and stuff, and then like the ruidium, and that was kind of the thing.
So I take it Scar got all that in his bag of, what was it, bag or he's got his own method of holding.
Thing of holding.
All right, hey.
I know it's a bag. I know he's got one. I just can't remember if it's a bag or a chest or a suitcase or something.
Box.
Nondescript storage unit of holding.
Hang on, before I forget, Percy, what would the ruidium be considered? Loot or consumable or something else?
Do loot.
Loot. Okay.
That way it's on its own fucking thing.
It's consumable, but it might break your teeth while you're doing it.
Shut the fuck up! I hate you.
Okay. Let's use that as a suppository.
Are you done? I'm kidding. No. Ruidium. How many pieces did you say there were?
20.
It was very small shards.
Okay, I'll just write little baggy.
Yeah. Sorry.
Little baggy.
Little baggy. Biller. That's such a fucking funny. That's also such a fucking funny name for a what's the word like a streaming service. I don't remember what Billy is exactly.
Billy. Isn't it just like a YouTube?
It's a Chinese equivalent to YouTube.
So just a social platform.
Yeah.
Platform.
Billy. Fuck, sorry, I got us on a stupid ass thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Consensus though, water.
Water,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Water.
Yes.
We're gonna get fucking. What do you
Plus,
call that?
if we have to kill the thing in the water, we could kill it, hide in its body, and let the water take the body.
We're gonna be taken to court by Nestle the second we land in the water.
Oh my God, not NASA,
Let the
little
body take the
NASA.
water. Let the body take the water.
Little Nestle, little Nestle X.
Okay. So yes, Percy, the consensus is to get into the water.
Ooh, cool. So for right now, because you're all at least close enough to the water, you guys gather all this stuff. Can you make your way? I'm gonna move you guys.
Okay.
You guys are.
If you need to put K on it, if you need to put K on initiative, he does want to run back and grab the dragon gem.
Well, that's the thing. So we're effectively starting here.
Gotcha.
That's like that is turn 1 done.
Roll the
tower shaking.
Music.
Right.
As a matter of fact, let me get that going real quick.
Where's the temple run? Where's the copyrighted temple run music?
So I say everyone get their Star Trek bridge acting ready.
Ooh.
You know whenever something happens, they literally just throw themselves across the bridge.
Whoa!
This is Dance of the Sugar Plum. That's nowhere near
applies.
Temple Run.
All right.
Oh, that is the dance of the sugar plum. A rat's gonna start coming out of the wall, kicking us or something.
So, as you guys are pelting your way to the water, hoping to be fucking quiet, things are going on around you. You can hear the sounds of numerous dragon roars in opposition of each other, though you do not speak the language that they are speaking, as it is Old Draconic. Even those of you who speak Draconic would not be able to recognize this language, as this is the language of dragons.
Oh, damn.
It is there is something going on where a bunch of dragons have shown up. Okay, you're arcanely aware enough to notice that the time it took Scar poking the thing with the fucking stick and all this happening, it's probably correlation.
Arcanely aware enough for logical reasoning.
Yeah.
K is having a beautiful minds moment, and it's like Scar equals this thing's fucked, and it's like, yeah, that checks out.
So
I love the idea that just process of elimination and determinant logic is an arcane process.
In addition to that, you are aware of the fact that this tower is coming down.
Yeah.
So, okay, if you would like to, because this is the end of round 1, you can go and grab the thing if you would like to.
Okay.
However, be aware, it will take you a few rounds. Even if you were to dash, it'll probably take the better part of round 3, 4 to get back with the group.
What if I hasted myself?
Let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
With that, and I'm also communicating this to the rest of the group as well, effectively, on the end of round 2, I'm going to ask to save. So for those of you, if you'd like, you can go ahead and hop in the water. You can go without K. He'll be behind you very quickly. Or you can stay, make the deck save. It's like 1d6 damage. It gets worse as it goes on. So communicating that to you. Okay, same thing. If you wish to burn the spell slot, you can. I think I can do the fucking number. Yeah, if you dash, yeah, you could with 2 turns, you could be there and back.
Okay.
So if you don't want to burn the spell slot, you don't have to.
No, I'll burn the spell slot. Like.
Okay. So round 2, I ask you now. Okay, casting haste. You're going the full 60?
Yeah, the full 60.
Oh,
get there.
40 to there. Oh. And then we'll call that 60. So you were there at the rock.
Gotcha.
Right. If you would like, you can use your hasted action, grab the thing.
Yeah.
You'll pick up turn 3.
Gotcha. Okay.
Scar.
Yeah.
Loki, Thorir. Are you on round 2 hopping in the water to avoid the deck save, or are you waiting for K?
I'm gonna wait for K.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. Get in the water. It's all good.
We're stood here like we're at a bus stop. We're waiting.
Okay.
Sir, you are the squishiest among us. I'm fucking waiting for you.
Among Us?
What?
All right. So with that, we're going to press.
Fucking the neuron activation on that.
Among Us?
Oh yeah, Donald, I'm still gonna buy you fucking the Borderlands series, just so.
Okay.
It's like all of $10. So here we go.
Woohoo!
Dexterity. Do I get advantage on dex saves, right?
You do because you're hasted.
And I do because I can see it coming.
Mm-hmm. And Loki's a fucking G.
I fucking don't. Oh hey.
Game, hello. There we go.
If mine rolled. Did mine roll?
Mine did not roll with advantage.
Did you press the advantage button to the right of it?
I did.
Did you toggle it, the light on, and then roll it?
I did toggle it. I've clicked it. Oh, holy shit. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
it's fine. You made the save.
Did I? Okay, cool.
That's fine. All right. So yeah, go ahead and roll another dex save because you rolled a 7 for that one.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Thor, you're just eeping by.
Oh no. Okay, it's gonna
so you do take 1d6. The only person that takes it, so you're chilling.
Womp womp. Right.
1d6 bludgeoning as a rock cracks you on the shoulder. 3 points of bludgeoning damage. Please also roll for concentration.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I forgot about that.
You got advantage though, because don't you have Warcaster?
A 7 and a 6. On concentration, you do, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I'm checking. Yes, I do have Warcaster. So, Constitution saving throw at advantage. Jesus.
Congratulations.
Today's gonna be a day I can already feel it.
So,
you've got a leaky tumor, and now you've got cracked by the rock. By a rock.
So you can use action, dash, get back to your friends. Oh. Okay.
He picks up the stone and it's like, this is my arc reactor. But yeah, water now?
Water?
Water?
Everyone?
Water?
Water?
Yeet! Yeet! Sorry, Thassa!
You enter the domain. Can everyone please roll a D100?
D100.
What if I PayPal'd you $20 so
I take bribes.
Okay, I can't do it right now because I got paid like ass. Like,
you're good, dude.
I don't think I've talked to you guys since I got. God damn it! I always think it's gonna be high. Oh wait, I haven't rolled it yet. Sorry.
What happened?
Well, because I took the New York trip, and then at the beginning of the month, my work insurance takes $50 off of my paycheck for the first pay period. I only got paid like $100.
No.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm really bad at saving.
Nah.
So the way that this was supposed to work was she had to roll higher than the majority of you. And she rolled higher than all 3 of you.
Shit.
She is definitely aware of your presence, and you can almost feel it. That like when you
didn't no D100 roll for Loki?
Nah, I'm not gonna roll for him.
All right. Wait, hold up. My captions work.
Basically, you guys know that feeling? Maybe you haven't had it recently. I don't know your living situations, but like when you were growing up, and like you were told by a parental figure, like, "Hey, do this chore, take the trash, put the dish away, whatever it is, right?
Take the chicken out.
Yeah, I'll do it. And you didn't do it. Like, all right, cool. I'm heading to the grocery store. Please do that thing before I get back. You're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
and then you didn't do it, and then you hear the car door closing as they're coming back in the house. You're like, shit.
Oh fuck.
It's that moment that immediately hits all of. You're like, fuck.
Damn it.
So you're all intimately aware that she knows exactly where you are and what you're doing.
Yeah.
To explain to you what you're doing, because it was lightly hinted at, this pool of water, temporarily, because like I said, it's seemingly infinite, despite the fact that it shouldn't be, from the exterior. It briefly passes through the elemental plane of water. So that's why it seems a lot bigger on the inside at the start. So basically, you have to get past a certain length, and then you come out the other side of the rift, and then you go out the water. Right? It's not infinite. It just seems a lot longer than it needs to be. So with that, give me just a moment to get some tubes going.
Oh, I forgot to ask who needs to breathe in water. Like I know
Everyone.
I don't. Well, I don't.
Yes.
Also, Atlas, I sent you another link for the captions because it's randomly kicking you all.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
That's fun.
This is a reliable service.
So,
well, it's a free service,
it
so
read
we'll
that.
take what we can get. Take what we can get.
I love that it read that. Oh, it's red, is it? Pixel chat.
So basically, you guys are...
It's telling me to shut up!
Is it really?
Wait, what?
Wait, what? What's going on?
Fuck. I sassed Pixel chat, and then the last message it gave me was shut up.
Next time we've had enough of your shit.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
We're never gonna get a brand deal.
Well, fuck.
Nah, it's fine.
Like a Dungeon Dragon.
So, with that though, as you guys have entered the water, I'm gonna ask for rolls from each of you. For my sake, I'm gonna have you do them one at a time, so they're not all consecutively in the fucking thing. So first set of rolls, I'm gonna have you guys do these in sections, is an athletics check. This is the initial kickoff. This is diving into the water, getting that first burst of speed. If you'd like to, I would say K, because you are hasted, you can roll with advantage. Thorier, if you'd like to, you can rage if you want to. Scar, you have advantage anyways, because you're fucking Warpic.
Woo!
I'm just gonna do it straight.
Could you roll me that d20?
Could I? I'll wait to roll mine. Could I roll? Hang on, is that how that works? Let me. Where is it? You said a skill check, right?
Athletics.
Okay, which is a skill check.
Correct.
Okay. Scar, would you like to go next? I'm worried.
Sure.
Oof. I rolled a natural 4 for 18.
I fucking...
Remind me where all this extra shit is coming from?
So he has they killed a thunderboar a while back, and as part of that he got, I think it's called the Belt of the Thunderboar, and that makes his strength score 29.
Right.
In addition, he has proficiency in athletics. So plus 9 plus 5.
And you said with with this athletics roll I can make it with advantage, right? Because of
you have
haste?
haste, yes.
Okay. With advantage.
You're fine.
Could I throw a knowledge of the past life on
You
top
don't
of it?
need to. You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys all rolled high enough. You get the first initial burst of speed. You guys are traveling for a bit, and you start to see that almost, now that being more aware of it, you're consciously seeing almost that like silver seam between realities. That almost like this almost like saran wrap. That's like almost like film that you pass through, denoting where the pool of water naturally occurring on the material plane ends and the rift into the elemental plane of water begins.
Everyone keep a lookout for Marisha's mom's leg. No, sorry, Kieran's mom's leg. My bad.
The almost infinitely expanding abyss of water around you. It's just infinite in every direction. There is no surface. There is no depth. It's all just fucking water. And so it's very hard to tell what is what and where.
I'm not to interrupt the flow, but I've always asked, has anybody ever asked, is the element of plane of water fresh water or salt water?
Yes.
I believe it's both. It's like a mix of both.
It's water.
Hang on, let me do a little Google.
So I mean, there should be at some point there should be some kind of like mouthful or something you could just drink without a care in the world.
Yeah, it has every species of both. It contains both salt and fresh water. Yeah, it's boundless. So there's pockets of both.
Interesting.
It contains both fresh, salt, cold, hot, steaming, brackish. Every form of water exists. There's even ice.
Okay.
Fuck. Imagine you're some like sea snail just sliding along the floor, and then you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna say hi to Nick."
Immediately die.
Cross the border, and you're like, "Wah!"
Yeah. You the rebellious sea snail says, "Why did my ancestors say never go past this this piece of reef? Why? Let's find out. Oh my god!"
just like disappears in smoke.
Either like instantly freezes or burns away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you guys cross the threshold, you're able to continue going into the aware that you guys have a good. One of you again just doesn't need to breathe, and the other two of you have a high enough Constitution score that you can hold your breath for minimum 3 minutes. So pretty good.
Loki, on the other hand, I'm sorry.
Loki's fine. Loki
he's
has
fine.
a higher con score than Scar does.
There you go.
Yeah, caster.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
So as you guys are continuing, I'm going to go ahead and ask for your choice. Actually, you can either roll dexterity if you would like to attempt to go faster, or you can roll constitution to attempt to better conserve your oxygen and for a more endurance swim.
I'm thinking Dex because I don't need to breathe, but you guys though.
Do I have anything to help me breathe?
One of you had a breathing bubble, I thought.
I do. I'm the one that has the bubble of breathing.
Spells.
Yeah. I could hand it off to somebody real fast.
Hand it over. Let's say.
To Scar. Okay. I'll slam the breathing bubble on top of Scar.
Thanks. I'm now an astronaut. I'll see you guys in space.
Okay.
I'm going to the fucking
I'm not sure.
moon.
I'm not entirely sure that's how it works, Scar.
I'm gonna use the shotgun to propel myself to the moon.
Oh shit.
That's one way to do it. So you have a steam warhammer that like you could use as like a jet engine more or less to propel yourself?
Yes, I could. I do have that. I could do that.
Okay.
I'm fine with rolling a deck.
I'm gonna do that, Percy. I'm gonna turn myself into a steamboat right now. Or a steam submarine.
Go for it. Yeah, give me a I don't know what fucking Smith tools? Smith tools. You roll Smith tools with Dex.
Sure. Smith tools with Dex. Normal roll, yeah.
Yep.
Rolling. That's a 4 again.
That's not bad.
13. It's not bad.
Okay.
Hey.
So as you are all watching, Scar more or less takes out this giant warhammer with this giant head at the end, and he basically puts his feet on it and then begins pulling on a mechanism, like a handle, and squeezing it. As he does, steam begins to propel out of the hammer's edge, propelling him forward. So Scar, if you would like to, you can make a dexterity check at advantage.
Oh, sweet. I'll do that. Dexterity check at advantage.
Perfect. All right. All right. Thorir, okay, keeping up with Scar, rolling Dex or rolling Con?
I'll do Dex. Well, maybe I should do Con instead because I have a +3 to Con.
I'm gonna do Dex because just a Dex check, yeah.
Dex check, correct.
Hey, not bad.
Fuck it. If everybody's doing Dex checks, I'll do a Dex check as well. Although hang on, sorry, I'm just checking haste to see the wording. On dex saving throw. Yeah.
Checks.
Okay, it's all good. I have stuff to help me out if it's not a good dex save.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So you guys you're obviously behind the guy who's using a rocket to propel himself.
The visual
but not
an orc underwater riding a steam-powered, hammer?
Right. Yeah.
An aboleth is probably what.
If we have any fans at some point who go back and watch that, I implore you to draw this. Find a way to draw this, please.
I was thinking, if you've ever seen Ruby, Ruby does a thing with her scythe where she
uses the scythe.
Yeah, where she because it's a sniper rifle, so she uses the sniper rifle to propel herself in the air and uses the momentum from it.
Really lit.
Okay, keeping up pretty well. I mean, you're hasted, so your speed is literally doubled as you're falling up behind him. And then same thing, Thorier. You are a very just genuinely athletic person. Cardio is not something foreign to you. So you're keeping pace just as much. So with that, you are getting to the point where you can start to see that silvery membrane once more as you're nearing the edge of this plane. As you guys are going about, can I have everyone please make a perception check for me?
I'm good at those.
Perception.
$25?
Scar's having a blast. 25. Okay. Though you and Thorier rolled the same, his modifier's a bit higher, and so he is a bit further up than you. Not much, maybe a couple feet.
A bit late.
But hey, you're able to notice these large silhouettes at the edges of where your vision allows you in this, because it's salt water and it does burn, and it is getting in your eyes. Though looking about, you can tell there are other things in here. You are aware this is the elements plane of water, and things do live in here. Very large things, ranging from guppies to leviathans. So these are definitely on the larger scale. You aren't aware entirely if they're friendly or not friendly. They're also a couple, good couple 100 feet, 1,000 feet away from you. Not an immediate threat by any means.
Cool.
But you are aware of their presence and can assume as such that they are aware of you. So.
Does Kay squint his eyes and they see one of the things holding a fucking flag that has the symbol of Thassa on it, and then on the opposite end of it, it's whatever symbol the Slayers of the Coast have, but with a big red X on it.
It's that fucking beluga again.
I say yes. One of the deep sea creatures that element plane is doing semaphore at you.
My God,
I would like to think Kay tries to pick up the pace, and then if he gets close to Thorier, he'll poke him and gesture to the things that are out there, and keep swimming, trying to keep it speed up the pace more, and trying to be oh God, I have Subnautical, and I have not played it once. I tried playing it for a little bit, but I was just not enjoying myself.
I was watching Bro play it for the first time, and it was so funny watching him go from oh, look at all the pretty fishy, all this stuff, and then he just heard something went, no, fuck off, burn it all down, and started screaming. It was so funny. It was the switch from oh, what a wonderful world to abject horror.
I have both Subnautical and Subnautical Below Zero. What the fuck?
Below Zero is just a DLC.
Oh, gotcha.
It's it was an additive thing.
Yeah, I might re-add it.
It's a good game. It's definitely a once you've played it, you played it kind of game.
Well,
games like that need to exist.
I tried playing it a little bit, and it gave me what's the word? I crash landed. No, it did not give me thasmophobia. I started up, and I'm gonna be honest. I am somebody that needs a little bit of direction when it comes to games. and I kind of got dropped
the
into
nature of the game.
yeah.
It's kind of the whole point.
It was very Minecraft, where it's like start punching things to get shit figured out, and it's like, okay, cool. So I might go back and check it out again. But yeah, Kay's just gonna keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
So we should all get Barotrauma. That's a fun game.
I do actually have Barotrauma.
Hell yeah!
The new game it's called, I think it's called Dig. It's just you dig a hole. That's the whole point of the game.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
It's a good one.
I do have Core Keepers.
Okay. With that though, continuing onwards. Mm-hmm. So as you guys continue, you would be aware, Loki and Thorir would be nearing not like the end of their breath, but they've probably got about a minute or so. You've been going for a good bit.
Okay.
A couple minutes at this point. Unluckily, you gave the thing to Scar, so he would have been the lowest timer. Passing that off did alleviate some time for you. But you'd be aware that like you're nearing the end. Nothing too crazy. But something to be aware of. Continuing onwards, you are able to make one last check. Can I please have? I am going to ask at this point now, all of you to make a Constitution check, because at this point you've been. Water aerobics are not easy. They are a full body workout, and in addition to that, you've been holding your breath for a while, so there is that burning that starts in the chest. I was kind of doing that without prep time, because you can prep your lungs and you can be ready for it, but this is a bit more rushed. So this is more of an endurance check.
There's no way to give myself advantage. Yeah, on just a normal roll for me.
Oh my god, rotating dude.
Oh, panic there. It was on the 1 for like half a second and it made itself 19.
You said con save, right?
Constitution check.
Constitution check. Okay.
Okay, I did roll the right one, yeah, okay. Notice how our things are turning as if we're in a water slide already.
Whee!
Yeah. Nope, don't like that. Gonna burn a spell point and what was it called?
What's the spell point?
Sorcery point. Sorry.
I'm just messing, man.
I know.
Spell point now.
Fuck, what was it called? Magical guidance. I'm gonna burn a spell point and re-roll that nasty d20. That's
better. That's better. Somewhat, kinda, a little bit.
Better.
Hey,
to quote a big UK retailer, every little helps.
Yeah. Okay. Also, luckily for you, your DC is lower because of the fact that you literally don't need oxygen.
Okay, cool.
This is more about the muscle fatigue kicking in. You are notably. Yeah, well, no, he does. He has muscle. His muscles get tired. He gets exhausted. You're not by much. Mm-hmm. You were keeping pace with the group for the most part. Thorir, started about 3 or 4 feet ahead of you. Notably, it's gotten slightly bigger. It started slow. You're about 8 or 9 feet. Nothing too crazy, but you are aware of the fact that you are beginning to fall behind. Just because of you aren't the most physically proused individual. And so just that fatigue of never having to have done a full body workout like this for 6 consecutive minutes.
Probably also reaching the end of haste as well.
Oh, haste is for a minute, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
oh
that
shit.
Gone ages ago.
No, it's fine. You would have fallen back, but like, hey, you're only stunned for a round. You're fine. It wouldn't have affected. So I'll say with that though, you're probably more closer to like 13, 14 feet behind. Again, nothing too crazy, nothing unmanageable, but something to keep note of. So,
gotcha.
As you guys are nearing the final stretch, you've made it through that veil once more. and get a bit of a reprieve because you start to notice the water is again. Now that you've left the domain of elemental plane of water, the water is once again moving here. The currents of the water carrying you and making your swim a bit easier. Yay. And then you start to realize this shit's moving kind of quick. I'm not really paddling anymore. And you're very much aware of the fact that you are being caught in a current that is going to take you outside, though it is outside and very high up. So I would like to ask of all of you, what's the plan now? As you were very much aware of the fact that you're about to more or less go over a water ball.
Oh.
Shit.
Right way, we free willy it.
Yeah, I couldn't necessarily throw up that sphere of wall of force around us because that would just leave us hanging in the air, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because it's a fixed spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
get a little viewing point.
You'd be giving us 10 more minutes in the air, basically.
Yeah, you get some breathing room.
10 more minutes to figure shit out.
Yeah, so you can if you want.
Oh, Donald, could you send me another link for
yeah, mine also broke.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You see, this is what you guys get for talking shit about it whilst using it.
I didn't say anything.
I haven't said
been
anything.
Over here drinking my alcohol and behaving. All right.
Well, first, because he's the one usually who actually tends to have problems with this thing. Your system, not, you know what I mean.
I blame Epstein. It's his fault.
Damn.
A link for Percy.
Come on, connect.
Right.
Percy is back in, unless Aura's named himself Percy and taking the piss.
It's yeah. Come on. What the fuck? Oh, here we go. I refreshed and it worked.
Woohoo!
Yeah. I like. Sorry, brain. I mean.
Well, you forget you do have a broom of flying. I can fly.
Yeah.
Loki, I assume, has some sort of flying too by now.
It's Scar that we have to worry about.
Yeah.
No, you don't. I've got my own special made wingsuit thing. I made a whole.
He has a glider.
Flying glider.
Yeah, but does he have? Is it on him now? Is it out now?
It can be. Scar's good at deploying stuff. That's part of his.
It's like his entire subclass.
Okay, I guess the plan is that as we like breach from the waterfall and like start falling, we all fly get our flying things ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean, the genuine question: does Loki have some means of flying, or am I bear hugging my brother whilst I sprout wings?
No, he can shapeshift. He can just turn into a fucking. He did that before. Remember, he turned into a bird.
Oh yeah.
Also, we could we're both. I don't want to call Kay a twink, but we could like if need be we could both fit on the broom of flying possibly.
I don't want to call Kay a twink, but like the wind will carry him. A light breeze would take him off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Scar knows something that he hasn't entirely conveyed about that broom when he found it.
Yeah.
Am I going to die when I?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You.
Perfectly fine. I remember what that is. Yeah.
Do you, or do you need to remind?
No, I have no idea. I don't remember at all what we're talking about. Did I install explosives on it?
Fuck.
No.
Donald, you might have to send me another link.
Did I tell it to deactivate if Kay hops on it?
Jarvis, prank the man.
Jarvis,
Sorry,
rocket
Donald.
the tank into the ground.
And I would like to think Kay is like kind of bearish.
True.
Then again, a lot of my characters are bearish.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. Come on, Pixel Studios.
Well,
Aura.
that's good enough, right? Good old,
Okay.
yeah, those will do the trick, Percy. Those will do the trick. Maybe it only works for orcs, though. We'll see.
Are there racing stripes painted on the side of the boat?
Maybe.
Definitely got some
Is there red
on it.
stripes? Is there a checkered palette pattern on
There's
its one
definitely
edge?
a
As you're
checker pattern.
underwater and pulling this
Definitely a
out,
checker
give me a perception check.
There's
Okay.
definitely a checker pattern on there.
Yeah, red and
A
checkered
perception
patterns. They're the go-to orc paint schemes.
Yeah, exactly. It go fast.
I'll tell you this.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you this. Because you didn't have a good chance to look at it when he first gave it to you, because you didn't really use it. When pulling it out now, you start to notice certain scar-isms about it, which it's the most apt word I can think of.
Uh-huh.
I like it.
There's definitely elements of, and you've seen it with his other work, and it's no different than any other craftsman, where they've added on bits. You can see there's like sections where he's taken like a metal, like sheet metal, and like wrapped it around a certain section, and then it's been like nailed in, or certain things have been welded on. Like it's definitely a broom of flying, given at least visual modifications to denote that this is scars.
Is there a nitrous button?
With an 8, that is what you glean.
Okay.
It looks functioning. It looks fine. It looks like a broom of flying, and like from what you can tell, like he has conveyed nothing else of the sort.
I do assume it's flying because I did take it out once to get over a
cliff.
Yeah, like a little ways back.
Yeah. So it functions.
Yeah.
So that's what you're doing. Thorir, you have your cloak, correct?
Oh,
that's
yep. I've got my storm cloak, yeah.
And then Scar, you're pulling out your dragon glider, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Question. Hey, are you still in possession of the orb?
The dragon the dragon rock? Yeah,
orb.
I think Kay is going to be very acutely aware of what's going to happen as soon as we get up into the air.
And also to communicate as well, is the intent to the second you pop out, fucking hit the ground running? I guess flying, I should say. Or is the intent to pop out the orb, give a bit of breathing room, prep, and then take off?
Sorry, what was the second choice?
Pop the orb, the force wall orb, get a few minutes to prep and like really get ready, and then go.
Yeah, I think that would be the best to like stop. Like as soon as we pop out, I pop the force orb. We get we get our bearings essentially.
Okay.
And just figure out what the plan is.
Okay. So it's 10-foot radius cube or sphere, so it fits all of you comfortably. You're able to pop it right after that moment. Like you've come out of the structure, the water's still flowing, and you're still in it, obviously.
Yep.
But you have since exited the main stone structure.
It wants me to put down the wall. Whoops.
It's fine. Just right click.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
You can see at this point, again, like I said, you are several hundred feet in the air at this point. It's a pretty high climb through stairs that you've gone through.
We're really glad to find out this moment is when one of us suffers from a fear of heights.
In addition, you guys can see there are, and mind you, this is only from the side of the building that you were able to see out of. You can see several gargantuan creatures. You can see there is the black dragon that you came across, who is currently engaged with a red dragon. They are in the process of clawing at each other. You can see scratch marks in both of their scales, blood torn from their, like, just all over the trees and surrounding foliage. You can see a very large, it looks like a serpent, but it's obviously draconic in origin, more equivalent to an Asian dragon.
Okay. Cool.
Lacking the traditional westernized arms and such. That is coiled around the structure. Its head is currently biting at what appears to be a it's weird. It almost looks like a wyvern, but it's fucking massive. Its wingspan is larger than the structure you find yourself in. Its body is smaller in comparison. It almost looks avian in nature. I'm trying to find a good image.
Pretty dope background, guys. We're jumping out of a waterfall and there's some dragons fighting in the background. Hard to top.
Yeah. It's hard to find like a picture that like would convey this. So basically, imagine like its wingspan is fucking like huge. And then it's like its main body in comparison is very slim and very small, almost like pterodactyl-esque, or like Quetzalcoatl-esque. It's a very like large head, thin body, and giant wings. Oh, here we go. Here's a pretty apt.
So a wyvern, more or less, because wyverns are the dragons that.
But it doesn't look like any wyvern you've ever seen before. This is obviously something that's like.
We're on Golveg. There's a lot of things on here that I've never seen before.
Yeah. Here you go. Here's another one, a little more accurate.
Oh, and okay.
It's got no legs.
Yeah, it's almost like slim and serpent-like, but these giant wings.
Ooh.
Lieutenant Dragon, you've got no legs.
So
is that a Forrest Gump joke?
Atlas.
Nothing.
So you can see like there's those creatures. You can see all sorts of just like beasts duking it out at this point. You can see all other birds have just flown off in literally any other direction away from what's going on right now. You can see a very large green dragon that is engaged with what appears to be almost some sort of gem dragon. You can see these like dark purple into like dark blue, like navy blue gemstone scales as it is fighting this massive acid dragon. So there is all sorts of like, what the fuck is, you guys you have entered a room of elephants tap dancing on top of ants. Like whatever the fuck is going on, you need to get the fuck away from here.
1 second, my pens just all went flying.
In addition, a couple things. As you guys pop the sphere, notably, you don't fall. Pretty convenient.
Yeah.
Second thing you notice, they all turn and look at you.
Okay.
You got black versus red to green.
So
this was a very bad idea.
This was your idea, Jeffrey.
What are you talking about? It's an epic idea.
Oh,
we look baller as fuck.
So,
we're pulling a crowd out here.
What would you like to do in the current moment? You have the benefit of surprise, more or less.
Which one was you said it was? So it was black versus red. We've got a green versus gem. We've got a massive wyvern versus
a almost Asian serpent dragon. Thousands of feet in length. It is like coiled around
the classic tower. Chinese dragon.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me just write. Quick question. Anything already dead? Has one already been gone down?
Yeah, you would see there are a few wormlings and young dragons that have long since been killed. Yeah. What's left is ancient or older.
Could we really culled the dragon population?
Can we get like a bead on how bad all these older dragons are hurt currently? Because it sounds like they've been
duking it out, mind you, for the better part of 50 rounds.
Ooh.
Mind you, dragons are intelligent and are innately creatures of reactionary. They watch their opponents and then go from that. So outside of the it's like the black dragon you guys talk about, the red dragon, they're fucking intertwined. They are fucking grappling each other, clawing, biting each other, going at it.
Are they fighting or are they fighting?
The Serpent Dragon and the Pterodactyl S Dragon are obviously sizing each other up. The Serpent Dragon obviously coiled around the structure and probably the only thing that's keeping together currently. And the Pterodactyl S one that's like flying in and out, basically doing like bombing runs. He's diving in really fast, clawing, and then getting away. Sometimes without rebuttal, sometimes with. Same thing. The Gem Dragon and the Green Dragon seem to be playing a game of breath attacks. They're the Green Dragon using poison breath to reduce foliage and cover, and kind of smoking out this Gem Dragon. The Gem Dragon using light to reflect off its scales to almost use as camouflage. And kind of like they're this like tactical game of wit.
That's kind of smart.
And so, they've obviously been going at it enough. You would be aware of their ancient status, and again, some of them older than that. They have enough hit points that even with taking damage from another dragon, they've all probably got 300 plus.
Shit.
So this is not a
toss the rock.
fight.
Toss the rock. Toss the freaking rock.
Okay, yeah.
To convey something to you.
What does me drink?
For just full disclosure, 2 of the dragons. So 4 of the dragons are considered ancient dragons. The green, the red, the black, and the Pterodactyl S dragon are considered ancient dragons.
So that was green, red,
black, and the Pterodactyl dragon.
That's the That's the one that we've basically Asian serpent dragon, yeah.
That's the Pterodactyl's fighting the serpent dragon, yes.
Oh, the wyvern one. That's the one you're about. That's the ancient. Okay.
Yeah, the wyvern one. That's the pterodactyl one.
Cool. That begs the question: what are gem and
the gem and the serpent dragon are great worms. To convey to you, to those of you who are not aware of what that implies,
I guess one step below Tiamat and Bahamut.
Effectively, if not equivalent. Great worms are the stage beyond ancient. These are dragons that their sheer existence on the material plane changes magic forever. Even millennia after their death, there is so much magic infused into these that they are it's the I'm gonna read an excerpt to you.
Probably best.
I think that's the best way I think I can describe this to you. Okay. I'm going to read specifically, and I'll show this to you. I'll show you the actual picture. This is that dragon. This is the gem dragon.
Holy shit.
Stunning.
Oh, shit.
More so even than their chromatic and metallic kin. Gem dragons are fascinated with cultivating dragon sight, blah, blah, blah. That's not important. The important thing that I'm going to read is that... Oh, fuck off. These beings are ascensions of the purest form of the word. They achieve basically a form of apotheosis, reaching a level of power approaching Tiamat at that point. Like these things could fight Tiamat and Bahamut's like aspects and potentially win these fights. They have just like the sheer existence of them, their competitive avarice of dragonkind and interference in adventurers' like lives prevent most dragons from attaining this level of power. Like they're so fucking powerful that they're more or less can only ever be one of a specific type. They are the way that these things come to be, it usually isn't even possible. The way that this works is an ancient dragon becomes so aware of the magics of the realm it exists in that it becomes a conscience of other realities and versions of itself, and then fuses the power of itself across multiple worlds into itself. So, like, for example, there used to be, and there's a spell named after him, known as a Charlatan Stride. That basically there was a red great worm named a Charlatan who worked with a Baylor to basically, using a ritual, drain the power of his alternate reality selves, then infuse them into himself by implanting the Baylor where his heart had been. These things, in both size and power, exceed ancient dragons in a scale that is non-comprehensible. The energy of their breath weapons courses over their entire body and glows under their scales. There is so much magic and elemental force raging in and around them that it almost exudes out of their body, trying to break free. They don't eat, they don't drink, they vast hordes of magic to sustain them. They could destroy entire civilizations in a night, and there would be nothing you could do about it. These things are fucking insane.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So each of the dragons here that are currently fighting amongst each other are considered that kind of dragon?
No, only two of them.
Oh, only
the gem
two.
dragon
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the serpent dragon. The
yeah.
other four are ancient.
Gotcha. So here's the problem with us eating the stone. Where do we go after eating the stone?
Yeah.
I mean, one would say just any fucking direction.
I kind of wonder if the stone could do a little more, like tell them to go back home, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't really got it. Like, I don't know what the stone does, and we don't. I don't think we have a minute for me to like try and cast Identify to see what's going on. Unless Percy would be nice enough for me to be allowed to quicken a spell with Identify.
Doesn't quicken require to be an action?
It does require an action, and Identify's casting time is a minute. Yeah, damn.
Well, don't you have 10 minutes in the sphere? So I mean, like, you've got a timer of safety.
Okay.
Assuming they don't dispel it.
Mm-hmm.
Because are they just kind of watching us right now?
So I'm gonna explain this to you.
Okay.
I mean,
You popped out past the sphere. They all turn to look at you. Time has not moved past this point yet.
Gotcha.
Because I wanted to convey this to you all. Another thing I'm going to convey for full disclosure. A level 20 adventuring party would have trouble fighting a great worm. The recommended amount of HP for them is 1,000 plus. They have both legendary actions and mythic actions, and more legendary resistances than I think any creature should have. These things, you would be aware, even Scar, you would, to go down in glory being like, I fucking killed a great worm, exudes through you. But even you were aware, this is swinging way above your belt. This is the equivalent of fighting the aspect of a god. This is something that, like, is not recommended.
You're right. I should use two hands instead of
my
one.
God.
For the lover.
And there's 6 of these guys. So
Okay, fine. I'll use the third leg.
I
They'll
do
never
not
see it coming.
I do not think the vibe is to try and fight these guys because that would be suicidal.
And that's kind of the question now. What are you dropping the rock and running? Are you just saying fuck it and running anyways? What's the plan? Because you have 6 of these glaring at you and the clock is ticking. So
I still really wonder if that stone could do a little more for us.
Yeah.
All it's done is summon them and piss them off.
But could we like summon them and like make them happy? You know?
Is the stone still making noise?
Uh-huh.
Oh shit.
That's probably why they all turn
Wait,
to
turn it
us.
off again.
You don't know what it's saying anymore because you drop concentration on the thing, but you're focusing on the bubble.
Comprehend languages isn't concentration.
Oh, but it's still gone though at this point.
Has it been an hour?
Is it an hour?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not been an hour, right? We've been running, like a lot of running.
Well,
Yeah, it hasn't been an hour. And it's.
Is it still saying "Come get me, fucker"?
Yeah, a call has been issued. It's repeating the same words over and over again.
Wow! Stop making it call.
Hang up.
Put it on silent.
Nothing to see here. Please disperse.
I could try to dispel magic on the stone.
I mean, you could do that. Could we just turn it off though? Would that be good enough? Is that something we can do?
To dispel magic, I'm pretty sure it is turning it off.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's kind of like a hard turn off. I was thinking like just, the power button.
I will also add, you would be aware dispel magic doesn't work after a certain rarity of item. And I would say you would be aware.
Is this an artifact?
Well, legendary or artifacts, artifacted. And you would be aware of the fact that if this thing can call what it's called, it's probably one of those two.
Hey!
Fantastic.
So I just hit the power button.
They'll never see it coming.
I forget. So I know. Wait, hang on. Oh wait, no, that's with the. Sorry, I was misremembering. Or am I misremembering? I thought with dispel magic, if it was like that legendary or artifact rarity, it doesn't turn off the well, I mean, it doesn't dispel the magic. It just turns it off for a set period. Or am I thinking of a different spell?
No. So that okay. The dispel magic is weird. That people have homebrewed it and changed it in different ways. The way it works in this is because you can target a creature, you can target an item, etc. If the object you target is a magic item, you make a dispel check against the item's caster level. So basically it's a DC 11 plus like the rarity against modifiers. If you succeed, magical properties are suppressed for a number of rounds, equal to based on like how powerful the enchantment is. The lower the enchantment, the longer it's suppressed. The more powerful the enchantment, the less time it's suppressed. But certain rarities just are not affected.
Are not affected. Okay.
Yeah, legendaries and artifacts are not affected, and other artifacts and such that are created by deities. So if a deity makes like a divine rift, it doesn't turn off because a god made it. So.
Gotcha. Fuck, I really don't want to lose the stone just yet. We could yeet it, and if it's still like the beacon chooses another, they probably fight over it. But oh fuck, I don't know what to do.
I'm telling you, we just hit the power button on the rock and keep it. Throwing it away seems like a bad idea.
Oh, I don't know if there is a power button.
Yeah, but there could be. We haven't ruled it out yet, so throwing it away is a bad idea.
Could I roll an Arcana check to see if there's a way to like turn off the summons part, like a parrot, like a car key fob or something? Like
roll an Arcana check.
Car key fob.
Would my attunement mastery apply? You have advantage on knowledge checks concerning magic items and their lore, and you gain proficiency in Arcana if you do not already have it.
I would say it does apply, but not in the way you think. You're not getting advantage, but the DC and what you'll glean is being affected.
Okay. I feel like Donald's face is in his fucking hands right now. Okay. And I will.
Yes, because once again, Foria / Donald is thinking this could all have been avoided if these two pricks could just not stop touching every freaking thing.
But that's not fun.
Yeah,
No,
like
it's not fun,
I wanted
but
some.
Now we have 1, 2, 3,
6 shotguns pointed at your head.
Yeah.
Okay,
And 2 of the shotguns are in fact, I don't know, 14-inch cannons on a battleship.
Yeah, fucking railguns.
I do have resources to get a better roll, get a to re-roll or add on to this roll. So normal roll, nope. Fucking magical guidance, gonna burn another spell slot, another sorcery point, and re-roll that Arcana check. And then I'm gonna throw knowledge of a past life on top of that, which is an extra d6. That's a 28.
Okay. So, with a 28, fuck, it's something in my throat. Right. With a 28, you glean information. Though you are aware of the fact that with a 28, there is information that still eludes you.
30,
due to the insanely potent magical effects that are just oozing out of this fucking sphere. In addition to the fact that they're fucking going repeatedly, a call has been issued, shut the fuck up,
Yeah. I think Kay is full beautiful minds is almost on the cusp of a panic attack, and it's just a call's been issued, and he's squeezing the stone, just could you shut up for 5 seconds?
So as
maybe it's one of those hey Siri, Yeah.
Hey Cyrus.
Hey,
you would be aware of a couple things. One, this sphere can do a lot of shit. Some of it having to do with dragons, some having with casting certain spells, some with giving you some cool shit, some with taking some cool shit, some doing other things, some doing other things. There is so much things this orb can do. I will also tell you a couple things about this with a 28. Because because of your attunement master thing, you get to learn some lore and shit.
You seem really angry about this. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. No, I am not angry. I have had alcohol, and I am. The Chekhov's gun is on the wall. So, and there's 8 of them.
He's passionate.
Okay, I'm going to convey some lore to all of you.
Woo.
A long, fucking thousands of years ago, long time ago, the elves and the humans that existed at the time waged a really, really, really deadly war against a bunch of the evil dragons that existed in the world. There obviously were some metallic dragons who were beneficial, but there were for obvious reasons selfish and evil and I'll bring your village down. Fuck you, I'm eating your sheep.
Metallic dragons?
Yeah. Oh no, chromatic.
Okay.
And so basically,
not my boy,
mind you, they were fighting some of these fucking great worms. Some of these fuckers have been around for a long time, and so at a point where the world seemed doomed. Some of the most powerful wizards of the time basically put aside their hubris and went, hey, dude, they're killing us. Can we, agree to be homies for, 10 minutes so we can deal with that? And worked effectively one of what is considered the lost great magics. These are divine, basically almost divine acts of magic, of arcane arts. These are spells that are no longer accessible to individuals of the modern variety, as they were casting 10th, 11th, and 12th level spells.
Holy shit!
These are called the high magics or the great magics. And in doing so, they forged what are called dragon orbs. Specifically, they made 5 of these. That helped them defeat these dragons. Of the 5 wizards that came together to make this, 1 orb was given to each of them, and they were used to speed the war to a very victorious end. Basically, they would use these orbs as food on a mousetrap. They would use them to lure dragons to them and then trap them and destroy them with powerful magics over time. Basically, they trap them and just bombard them, although they didn't have the raw firepower. Just over time of wearing them down, would inevitably fell them. As the wizard towers fell in later ages, the orbs were destroyed or faded into legend, and it's believed only 3 of them have thought to survive. Their magic has been warped and twisted over the centuries, so although their primary purpose was to call dragons does still functions, they also allow some measure of control over dragons. In addition to this, due to the sheer proximity to some of these great worms, they have also taken over some of the spells that some of them can cast. Specifically, I'll quick tangent from lore real quick. It has the ability, with 28 you learn this, to cast Cure Wounds, Daylight, Death Ward, Scrying, and Detect Magic. Of which the first 4, Cure Wounds is cast at 5th level, which is, if I'm not mistaken, 10d8 plus modifier healing. Daylight, Death Ward, Scrying, and Detect Magic does not require any charges. Detect Magic you can just cast at will with this. In addition, each orb traditionally has contained the essence of one of these great worms that they were used to slay. A presence that very much resents the fact that it is fucking a relic of history, not even remembered in history books. Most of them just are just mindless fucking. It's probably the voice that's talking to you, but it's obviously it's been overpowered by the orb. There is no real fear of evil dragon blah 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 because it's been in here for 10,000 years and it's probably just been overridden by the orb. The orb, as you're aware, is about 10 inches in diameter. When it is being activated, it grows to 20 inches in diameter, and mist begins to swirl inside of it.
And is it
while attuned to the orb, you can use your action to peer into the orb's depths and ponder the orb and speak a command word. While doing so, you can do a bunch of things, including but not limited to temporary control over dragons.
But I need to be attuned to it.
Correct.
Shit.
So there's that. In addition as well, it gives you minor and major beneficial properties and some minor detrimental ones, as the essence of greed and aspects of these dragons held that were absorbed into the orb begin to bleed out. So you might become more greedy with like money, or you might like start hoarding something. Nothing. You're not gonna like turn fucking supervillain, but you will be affected in some capacity. And it might be like, hey, I grow fucking scales. You never know.
Okay.
I mean,
as you were already aware, it is you can while you control the orb, you cause the artifact to issue a telepathic call that extends 400 miles in every direction. Compelling all dragons to immediately take the most direct route to the orb. Deities such as Tiamat are unaffected. And they might be hostile towards you because you've compelled them, and they're not a fan of that. You also, being a history buff and rolling really well, would be aware of the fact that while it appears fragile, it is impervious to almost all damage. including the attacks and breath weapons of dragons. If a dragon tries to hit this orb, it will do nothing. And that extends to any lineage of draconic origin, including dragonborns. They are incapable of destroying the orb.
So,
however, there are a couple things that can't destroy it, and you would learn this. It destroys it. It doesn't turn it off, though. The only way you specifically, if you just point a disintegrate spell right at it, it will shatter it, and it's done. In addition, if you have a +3 artifact weapon or legendary weapon, it is also enough to destroy the orb. Though it must be of a good alignment. It cannot be like this is a +3 dagger forged from the god of thieves and murderers. It has to be like, oh, this is fucking Mjolnir. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of my best friend Bane?
Yeah. So, and you would be aware again with 28. This isn't everything. There is more shit that this orb hides from you. So, with that, as you spend your action doing such, and your friends watching you do this, unless they wish to do anything else in the orb you find yourself in the orb, pondering an orb, all the dragons begin no longer worrying about their scuffles and are readying to pounce towards you.
Oh shit. Okay.
So, what would you like to do?
I think the best option right now is just to drop the orb and flee, and then once this shit gets settled, we come back and retrieve it.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. So if everybody knows what they're doing, no, I think the plan is just to bird up in whatever way, shape, or form that we can. And I toss the stone. Because like the dragons are compelled to come to it, right?
Right.
Or so if we yeet it away from us, they will follow the stone instead.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Hopefully, more than likely.
Okay.
Some might be a little slow on the upkeep, but I'll get there in the end.
So, what do you guys think? I dropped the sphere, the wall of force. I dropped the stone, and we just full send it in a direction that doesn't have dragons.
You didn't skeet it.
Yeah, sure. I just don't feel like we're faster than the dragons, but like it's the only option, so I'm happy to try it.
Yeah.
Well, the hope is that the stone compel like if we just drop the stone and like move, they'll be more compelled to hang around the stone and just fuck each other up, and then we wait a while and we can come back and retrieve the stone.
Yeah. Sure. That could be something.
Ooh. And
right, so you didn't skeet it?
You didn't skeet it.
Oh yeah.
All right. With that, you fucking yeet that orb in the opposite direction.
Fetch!
Which one of Scar should Scar throw it, or should Foria throw it?
I guess whoever has the better throwing arm. Yeah, Scar.
Oh, yeah, Mr. 29, yeah.
Scar, would you please do me a favor and make an athletics check as you just fucking strong arm yeet this like a medicine ball.
Okay. Plot twist, I eat it.
No.
Ha, got him. They'll
Please
never
don't.
get it if it's inside.
Oh my god!
So with a 2, it's still a 16, so he's fine. He fucking yeets it, and you watch as it like throws towards the temple and begins to like a very, very like cinematic of like rolling slowly down the Aztec
like a slinky down the stairs. Yeah. It's just too distracting. They can't help but look
they
while
all,
we're flying away.
like cats, dive for it.
Huh?
Clawing and trying to push each other out of the way.
We gotta go.
We should have put a string on it so we can use it again. That's perfect.
I will slap you with Melania.
Okay. So, as you guys are taking off, Scar uses his glider wings, Loki turns into a raven, Thorir is using his cloak. Okay.
Oh shit.
I sure am glad they're not looking this way while I'm flapping away on dragon wings.
I know. Don't worry about it, guys.
Very macabre.
Just we're going to be heading in the direction we were going to going anyway, north Anaheim.
Okay. Okay.
Sure.
Would you please roll a d100?
Oh no.
What have you done to this thing, Scar?
I've orcified it.
11.
Please let it be the turbo kicks in and he shoots off in front of us.
It might be. I don't know. If the explosives go off in the right direction, then he'll be fine.
The what?
The what?
Nothing.
The what?
Why are you asking questions?
Who said that?
Okay.
The fact that Percy and the music have both gone silent is not good. Sign.
Yeah.
Okay. High or low?
Oh god.
Hi.
Okay. I need you to roll a d20.
Oh no.
It's either nothing, really bad for you, or really bad for everyone. Did you get 18?
I got an 18, yeah.
Okay. Roll a d4.
Oh god. 1.
Roll a d4. Okay.
Anyone else panicking?
I don't know, man. Don't try and understand the incomprehensible horrors. Just watch.
Okay. Okay, here. I'm gonna let you pick because this is something that is influenceable.
Mm-hmm.
You have the option to pick, and I want you to think. I'm gonna give you all the details first before you pick.
Uh-huh.
Option A, potentially really bad for you. Right.
Uh-huh.
There is a DC, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna double check your sheet real quick. It's okay. It's a DC that you have, like, because you need to roll. You have a 20% chance of making. The other option is this is something, option B, that affects everyone. Scar has a really high chance to do it. Same with Thorir. You have a 10% chance of making that one.
So
They're both bad. It's just different.
I have a 20% chance of making the really bad one for myself.
Correct.
Or a 10% chance of the really bad thing happening to everyone.
Yep. Those are the
well, 10% chance of it. Scar and Thorir will more than likely make the second one. The second one, you have a lower chance of making, but it's a different type of bad. The first one's really bad for you.
Shit.
The second one is less bad, but you have a less chance of making it. Now, obviously, there are other things that can be. It's a saving throw. So there are things you can do to influence that. For both of these, they're both saving throws. So I am just giving you the information beforehand.
10 versus 20. I would assume it's some sort of deck. The 20%'s a dex save in some way, shape, or form, and then the 10%'s a strength save. You know what's funny? It's not the stone that's gonna. Well, I mean, the stone has fucked over the party because we had to leave super early. But, Sarah. Sorry, I'm really trying to see what I could hypothetically do to kind of save this, I guess. I was looking at the Cowl of Crufix, and there's an ability called oh wait, hang on. Oh my god!
What?
Well, the Cowl of Crufix has rewind. As using my reaction, I can reroll a saving throw and must use the new one. I haven't been using that.
You haven't rolled a save yet, though. So.
Yeah. I guess if it was Vula, he would do the bad thing for everybody, but because this is K, I think he would do the bad thing just for himself.
Okay.
What a Ched.
Okay. So. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh. Wisdom saving throw. Oh shit. And I do still have spell points, so I could... Hang on, let me just read...
Magical guidance does not work on saves. Only on ability checks.
It just says, when you make... Oh, it make an ability check, yeah.
That would
that's what makes...
already more broken than it already
Yeah,
is.
no, I know.
That's why they got rid of it for 2020.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on, sorry, I'm just checking all of what I could hypothetically do before I do this. No wisdom saves at all. Yeah, no, it's just gonna be a straight roll and then using my reaction to re-roll the save if it's bad. Because all of my add-on stuff isn't to saving throws, it's to ability shit, like ability scores and stuff. I'm gonna rewind.
Okay.
My
Alright.
Yeah.
Is rewind that.
Come on, please.
Cue the Will Smith.
Oh.
God damn it!
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And yeah.
As you are riding this broom, you begin to notice that it begins to jut a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel it's almost like a car backfiring almost. It's like trying to go forward, but it's like kind of like tugging and like pulling back. As you attempt to force it to go further to keep up with your friends, there is a moment where you start to see underneath one of the metal bands that was hidden, a hairline fracture begins to grow.
Oh
shit.
God.
And a burst of magical energy goes off. I actually am going to need Scar, Thorir, and Kay. All of you roll a d20. I need to see who is the furthest in the party at this point, to see if other people see what's about to happen.
Did I hit roll? I did.
Thorir just beats you out. Okay. I guess I can roll for Loki. See if he also rolls a 1. He rolled a 3. Okay. So Thorir, luckily you are close enough to Kay that you start to hear like what the and the almost like the confusion moment from Kay, and just in your peripheral vision you notice the front of the broom kind of go up in the air. You know, like when you're like in like a swimming pool and you have like a pool noodle and you put it underneath you and then as it juts up in front of you.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
That's more or less what happens.
Oh shit!
As you see that, and Kay is in a free fall. Kay is unconscious.
Oh shit! Oh well, obviously I think I'm gonna dive after it.
Okay. I'm going to need. Kay. I'm gonna have you roll a d20 and add 5 to this.
Okay.
Thorir.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you roll athletics, more or less, because you are. Cool. This is an act of just like forcing yourself forward with sheer force.
If there's any moment to call on rage, so I make this, it's now.
There is, because you are relatively high up, but you do fall at a fast rate. There is going to be 4 total checks.
Oh fuck.
That's fine. So
basically,
you need to roll higher than Kay.
Oh, okay.
So Kay, please roll a d20 and add 5.
Come on, 1.
Okay. First round goes by. He is going past you. You do still have the grace round of rage, so rage is still technically up for you. So both of you please roll again.
So I just need to roll lower than Thorir.
Correct.
Can't see it. Where is it? Oh,
so making up some of the ground you lost. He is still out of your reach at this point because these are like happening as you're losing ground, gaining ground. Please roll another check.
Cool. Will this still be an advantage or no?
This would not. You would need to burn another rage if you would like to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Question. So do I just hit it again? Because one side.
It's fine. Just roll advantage.
Cool. No. Oh, that was Kay. I thought that was me.
No, that was me. You got to beat a 14.
Okay. You were at that point where you were almost within grabbing range of Kay. Please roll one more time. You still have a grace round, so it's still advantage.
Okay. Damn it, double 7s.
Come on, lower than 11. What was that?
Okay. You are maybe 15 feet from the ground as you grab him, pulling him up, just a sheer fucking arc, just trying to pull back as much momentum because you're fucking swan diving. It's very hard to just the amount of G-force forced on your body.
Yeah, that's it.
If it wasn't for your physical build and endurance, this would probably knock you unconscious too. The broom does clatter to the ground. Luckily, it is a magical item, and so it is immune to bludgeoning, traditional. Though obviously it is. So if you would like to, you can sweep it up as part of your arc.
Cool. Yeah.
Hey is unconscious though.
Looking for where is it?
He has not lost any hit points, but he is unconscious.
Oh, that's good.
Other than the hit points he was missing beforehand.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So with that, Scar and Loki are able to notice the fact that he just fucking free fell a couple 100 feet. Luckily Thorir got him in time. Scar unable to really do much as you're just gliding at this point. They would inevitably catch back up with you as the dragons have long since fucking full dog pile are fighting each other, tearing. You can see the red dragon has its throat entirely torn out by the serpent dragon.
Ooh.
The green dragon manages to get a hold of this almost pterodactyl-esque dragon, and you tear one of its wings off, tearing that horrible leather sound as it's ripping its wings bit from the main body. It is a clusterfuck of gore and screams and horrific sounds as the scuffle at this point now brings that stone tower down.
Basically, if you've ever, basically it is basically like when the Titans are fighting in the latest Godzilla movies.
Yeah, it is brutal. With that, your friends have caught back up to you. Thorir carrying Kay. You're able to get a decent fucking distance away, heading towards not fucking here.
Yeah.
As you begin making your way towards northern Vanaheim.
Woohoo!
Ew.
Why is the map in shadow for everybody else?
Hold up. Why is that in shadows? What's going on? It should be global elimination. Save? What? We do this?
There we go.
There we go.
It's weird. Okay. So, you guys heading towards northern Vanaheim. It takes the better part of an hour before Kay begins to wake. So, in the meantime, let's go ahead and take a quick break.
That's good, because I think I just heard somebody yell about tea downstairs.
All right. So, come back 10-15 minutes and pick it back up.
Sounds good.
And we're back, everybody. Woohoo!
So last I checked,
Billy.
late at night. So you
Oh
guys
yeah, it
basically
was late at night.
power on throughout the more or less the night. I would say, just to play it safe and be like, I'm not fucking it. I'm gonna make sure we get past these dragons.
Oh yeah, yep. Definitely want to get
we
past
spend a
them.
good 8 hours powering through into the next day. So I would say it is more or less pushing. I'd say just 8 o'clock in the morning at this point.
Mm-hmm. I mean, not to highlight how unhealthy my sleep is, but that's a good time to go to sleep. Nothing's really on the telly.
Mm-hmm. So as you guys are taking that moment to be like, fuck, I think we're in the clear.
Mm-hmm.
You are reaching the edges of northwestern Vanaheim, where you believe it's possible this flower could be. Noting that it was a plant that grows. It's not a mountain plant, but it grows in elevation in particular. So, with that, the question of sleep becomes prevalent because you're obviously in the middle of fucking hell, for lack of a more apt description. Kay is also conscious at this point. He regained consciousness after about an hour.
Hey, Kay.
What the hell happened?
We fucking died, dude.
No, the broom exploded.
Fuck, lame.
No, it lightly splintered.
What
there is about a 4-inch hairline fracture running along the length of where the steel plate was.
Ah, okay.
Now that we're not actively like going to die, could I like look at what Scarfang has done to this broom?
Mm-hmm. Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
You suffer intense radiation poisoning.
What now?
What's this silver sphere with the screwdriver?
Yeah. It's hidden in like the brush end of the broom.
Has this been there the whole time? The whole campaign?
The whole campaign.
21.
Why Scar is the way that he is. 21. You would be very quickly aware, and it starts to piece together, knowing what Scar's, while he is a crafter, he is more specifically a salvager.
Uh-huh.
It is very apparent that this broom would have been at one point in time deemed salvage.
Does it also dawn on Kay that it's that like, oh, this broom came from like early Scar, like
early
before
Scar, yeah,
like when he was still getting shit figured out.
Yeah, so it's a lot of duct tape and dreams holding this together. You start to notice the steel plate was obviously an attempt to reinforce a weakened section. Yeah, so it's
varying success.
Yeah. There's obviously, you're like, oh, this is like what you first thought was like, oh, he added wire into like the threads of like the brush. That's a cool aesthetic check. No, it's because parts of it was just missing. There was just bald spots on the broom. This was obviously a broom of flying that was salvaged.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Scar.
So you've got to wonder if the enchantment actually still works.
Did you ever think to maybe tell me that this broom of flying was one of your earlier work pieces?
No, why?
Because do not remember? all the shit that you would salvage and bring back to the fucking guild, and it would explode?
No.
That was like one thing that actually exploded. And that was a stick of dynamite.
That was meant to explode.
Yeah. That was kind of like purpose built for it.
Okay, I guess I have another question. Is it the broom that is like just okay, I know it's not fully broken. I know that it could still hypothetically maybe work. But is it just the broom that's having issues, or is it like the enchantment itself?
So I can convey this. Because it has been used a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Though now that you're actively thinking about it, and again with your history of arcane enchantments and how they work, the two times prior to this exact moment that you have seen it be used was one, a very, very, very short, just straight ascension. You weren't really going fast. You were just trying to get over this cliff. The other instance was when he pulled it out and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 lava grinded to go and shoot the fuck out of a fire giant and missed 7 times.
Tiny question. Are we investigating and chatting about his broom while still flying?
No, you've rested at this point.
Yeah,
you were sat.
Okay, we're sat down and
mostly on the fact that Scar can't technically fly. He's gliding, so he's you're running into escalating elevation at this point. You've lost all of the height behind you, so he can't keep going. Where he kind of landed and kind of keep going, and then land and kind of keep going. He has to like stop at this point. So, okay, from what you can tell, it does seem to function under normal circumstances. Though it would probably be best, like in the situation you were just in, you were probably full throttling it. You were trying to get the fuck out of there. So pushing it harder than it's ever been used. And then also like the other 2 instances were very brief. So they probably can only go for so long. So that's kind of what you're starting to put together. Like it's probably fine for most. Like if you were to like go from like one part of the city to another at like an average pace, you'd probably be fine. Pushing it past that makes it kind of break. And with magics, it's not like again in this example, it's not like a broom. It's not like you just snap it in half and it doesn't work anymore. Clawing away at an enchantment changes the enchantment slightly and temporarily. It's more of a wild magic surge. Yikes. Which would explain what you were hit by.
Yikes. Am I okay though?
You're fine now. Basically, it was a burst of arcane energy that knocked you unconscious.
Okay, so I basically got magic flashbanged more or less.
More or less.
Your soul is now in the broom.
I think Kay sits there for a second. It's like, well, this is better than the other. I mean, I'm glad that I went with idea 1 instead of 2 when it came to the dragons.
What was idea 2?
You know the spiffy little cowl of Krufix that I have?
Yeah.
I'm able to cast Time Stop with it. So my idea was we drop the bubble, I time stop, and I full send myself away from the dragons and you guys for whatever amount of time that I'm time stopped.
1d4 plus however many rounds.
Yeah, D4 plus how many rounds plus how far I can travel with that. Travel. Like the broom says. What's the word?
It's
60. Oh, I see 50. Unless Scarfang did
correct.
Something
it was 60. You reduced to 50 because it's salvage.
Gotcha.
And then when Scar uses it, it's 30.
Yeah,
because of the sheer amount of weight.
Yeah. So time stop with the Cowl of Krufix, and then like start flying for however long that time stop is working, and then once it comes off, the dragons follow me and the stone to wherever I went. But I'm glad I didn't do that idea, because I probably would be dead right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, glad you didn't do that.
Yeah.
Don't think like that. Stop self-sacrificing. Knock it off.
Called survivor's guilt. Get rid of it. Shiro Zunya. Your TTI the same as Shiro. Do you want
Shiro! Shiro, get in the fucking
Listen,
mecha.
Lancer is Bay, all right?
I don't know. I think Shiro
Goku Lane is the Giga Chad.
Gucci Lane.
It's ride or die for me.
I know, I love this guy so much. Best fucking character. Not just
Best
in
character,
Fate, but
best
like
arc.
just best character.
Yes.
Did you
just all
watch
around.
the Amalur Chronicles, the sequel show with Weaver?
Little bit.
Okay.
I liked that he was still going after him, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they also did another show, Fate Strange Fake, which is also taking place right after Amalur Chronicles, where one of his students is going to partake in the war, and he's trying to like talk him out of it, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I don't listen. Don't do it. Don't pursue it. It's a bloodbath. Like I've seen it. Don't do it." And he's like, "Oh, I'm still gonna do it, Professor." So, all right, fine. I have a gift for you. And he goes into his office, and he's going to grab a scrap of the cloak that he kept.
Cool.
As he was saving it for him, he was trying to go and re-enter the war and summon his friend.
Iskanda.
But before he could do that, fucking a package shows up and he goes, "Oh, Professor, is this for me?" And he goes, "Yeah, you want it? Sure, I don't care." Kind of find out it's Jack the Ripper's knife.
Oh God, not them!
Jack the Ripper instead. So, but the fact that he was like, "I'm gonna summon my homie just for you." It's a good arc, good character. Fucking, he's such a good fucking story.
And I love how there's different versions of the different here, because Jack the Ripper, Jack the Ripper's in Fate Stay Night twice. She's in what's the word?
Different interpretations.
Yeah. One is
it's not just Jack the Ripper. It's also like Saber. King Arthur has like 5 different variants depending on like which version.
Yeah. There's an assassin version and Apocrypha, and then the one that you were just talking about is the Berserker form.
Yeah. So it's the Jack the Ripper assassin is because the story was that Jack the Ripper killed a bunch of whores who were having abortions and dumping them into like the London River. And so Jack the Ripper in that interpretation is the coalescence of all the souls of those children that never got a chance. They came and struck back against the women who left them without a mother. The Berserker variation is the personification of the fact that they never knew who Jack the Ripper was. So they can shapeshift and turn into anyone or anything and just be invisible. Like it's the whole mystery personified of Jack the Ripper. I love that Fate can do that. Of like, here's like different interpretations based on the culture of like what is your interpretation of the story.
Yeah.
And then there's the Black Butler interpretation of it, where Jack the Ripper was a very fruity redheaded dude, or actually, Grell has a whole lot of weird shit going on, but I support them either way.
They got issues. Anywho, as you guys have landed, inspected this broom, Kay, do you say anything to Scarfang about the broom?
Oh, Kay wants to be angry. Kay wants to be
what
very.
What will it accomplish for you?
What would it accomplish?
I think Kay like looks at Scar, and like he looks like he's gonna he looks angry, and like he's like gripping the broom or whatever, but then he just kind of like you see the anger just kind of leave his eyes, and he like walks off to a tree somewhere and just sits down next to it. And I don't know if it would necessarily work that way, but whatever, like I'm very confused when it comes to the spell mending because I don't know what you could necessarily mend or not. I don't want to mend the whole fucking just like
with a magical item, it needs to be repaired via proper means.
The spell can physically repair a magic item or construct, but the spell can't restore magic to such object. I just want to fix the cracks.
The hairline fractures?
Yeah, the hairline fractures. Like I know it's not going to fix it magically.
Yeah, mechanically it could still do the burst.
Yeah. Like oh wait, hang on.
Hello? What's happened there?
He stepped away.
I think family was talking to him.
No. I'm more concerned about what is the location we have found to rest and possibly camp at?
So basically, you can see you're getting to the point where the mountains are starting to extend out. You're basically in this alcove between the rolling hills and jungle tree line. So you're kind of like hidden away in the trees towards the side of the mountain, facing out towards the water.
I'm back, by the way. My brother was asking me a thing about a grocery item that I had asked for.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, Kay doesn't respond at all to anything. Like doesn't yell at Scarfang, doesn't chastise him or anything. He just kind of gives up the ghost of being angry at Scarfang and just goes and sits and fixes the physical properties of the broom with mending. And I'm kind of hoping Scar kind of take notice at all. Like maybe just a little, hopefully. But that's
fixing your shit.
Yeah.
You look angry. You want a cookie? And it's like a really soggy packet of biscuits.
I'm fine.
Okay. You have to be direct with Scar, just FYI.
Yeah, he doesn't understand.
Okay, just Scar. Just if you give me something in the future, could you let me know about all its weird quirks and shit? I don't want to die because of something that I don't know, okay?
Sure, mate. Apologies. Didn't know I was going to do that.
Right.
Hasn't done that before. Wasn't I going to build you something that would help you fly?
I don't know. We talked about doing something with what's her face's hair, but then we immediately got sucked into doing this, finding this dude's fucking flower.
That's true.
Yeah, whatever he is paying us, it's not going to be enough, I feel.
Meh. Never is.
Yeah. All right. So
it's about the experience.
Yeah.
So, which of the dragons do you think is going to survive all that? Because,
well, I'm going to toss
a couple of them look real nasty.
Between the two great worms, the gem and the serpent.
Not Donald. Thor, I know you're already going to chastise me for it, but I would like to go back to the ruins at some point and pick up that stone because that has some crazy potential.
I mean, sure, yeah. Just one counterpoint, and I would not smack Kay across the back of the head.
What the fuck?
Those dragons aren't going to stick around forever. It's going to be safe at some point.
True. Yeah. It's just that.
Well, okay, I need to ask, why do you keep hitting me when it's Scarfang that fucks up most of the time? I gotta know. This is Kay talking, by the way, because I think he's about had it with today.
Well, because everyone, including Loki, knows that Scar has no impulse control.
Right, so you just want me to sit on him 24/7 and just keep poking him away.
I want you to remember he has no impulse control.
Yeah, You should smack. You shouldn't smack him because of that, though. Like, just being real now.
Yeah, like I wasn't the only one in that room when he poked the stone. You were in the room when he poked the stone. Loki was in the room when he poked the stone.
Distant voice of JC, leave me out of this.
Like, I am not the only one. Like I'm not the only one at fault here. It is not my fault that Scar likes to poke and prod at everything.
No, but you do encourage it, Mr. 5 Flat Bit.
I started that.
Yeah. Well,
No, K started it.
Oh, I mean, started, but I started this one.
Oh yes, correct. That with the licking the blood chair. Yeah, that was the choice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's arguably still regrettable to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only do the 5 plat challenge when it comes to innocuous like weird gross shit. I don't ask him to poke like hey Scar, I bet you 5 plat to touch the Lich's phylactery that has like fucking like 1 trillion mile alarm on it, so as soon as he pokes it, the Lich that we are investigating suddenly is very aware that we're very near his phylactery. I don't do that. I'm like, hey Scarfag, I bet you 5 plat if you could eat this moldy Leviathan burger.
True.
Like, I am not actively egging Scar on to do this shit. Like, as soon as we walk into a room, Scar sees something shiny and is like, ooh, pretty, and touches it. That's not me.
Mm. That's true, but I suppose it really does boil down that both of you really need to control your Stop touching things, please, for the love of the gods.
Look, I'm gonna be real honest. Not a lot of people know a whole lot about. Fuck, I forgot the name of the place. Hang on. That's Aura talking, not K. Like
Vanaheim, Golveg.
No, just Golveg in general. Like the island of Golveg. Not a lot of people know about Golveg, and I will admit I do touch shit, but that's because I don't know a lot about Golveg, and that's what I do. I want to know what's going on. Why can't you teleport in why can't you teleport to Golveg? Or like I thought it was just like you can't. There's no teleportation. Like you can't use teleportation circles to get here. But like you can't just like teleport on then off. You have to like sail here and then take the Rainbow Bridge and whatever. But like remember when I got dragged into the water? I tried to get out of that by myself. I tried to dimension door back up to you guys. I couldn't.
That was weird.
And then those dragons, like those were some those were some calamity level. Like if these things stay around for like a long time, they're gonna fuck up wherever they are, dragon. So I'm sorry that I want to poke and prod in things, that it's my nature to figure out what the fuck's going on. I'm sorry that Golveg is such a fucking like Christmas tree for me, where like everything is so weird and new because I haven't been here before. I don't know what's going on. I don't feel like I should be like punished or like looked down upon because I want to know what's going on with the island. There is a void creature somewhere the fuck out over there, and you guys are just chill with that.
Oh.
That thing shouldn't exist on this plane.
We're chill with that because we didn't know it existed until you and Loki. Was it Loki you also found it out?
No, it was
Ren,
the gentleman. Yeah.
Fenn, yeah.
Fenn, yeah.
But that's the innate problem, Thorir. if there's a void creature here, then Golveg should be way more fucked up.
Like, it kind of is proportionally fucked up. You've seen the surface level. You guys have been here for a day.
Yeah.
You've explored this amount of the island.
I mean, Kay doesn't know how like fucked up it's gonna get.
Yeah.
Like
this is a bad place. Again, it's called hell for a reason.
Like
I don't think anyone's looking down on you though, dude.
Really? Because it feels like every time you do something. Thank you. Sorry if this is getting real intense. I'm sorry. Really? Because every time you do something, I end up getting smacked. And
just smack him a little less, and
like
more.
I'm surprised back in. Fuck! Hang on. I keep forgetting the names of places.
Look, you guys were slapping people now. Fucking punch your story.
Holy shit!
I assume I don't feel it at all.
No, he's actually surprisingly strong.
Yeah.
No, not enough to like do damage, but like it's got some fucking force behind it. You guys have sparred enough to know like he obviously wasn't trying to hurt you, but like enough to like. Okay, real quick question. I know some of you. Who of you have siblings?
I do.
Yo,
I do.
Okay, Alice, I know you have a sister, right? You don't have a brother?
I do have a brother. He's pretty big now.
Okay. Do the effort and I don't think the age difference. Did you ever have a period in time? And again, maybe it's just my family. My family's fucked. Where like at any point in time, if you were walking down a hallway opposite of them, they just fucking shoulder check you for like no reason. You've done nothing wrong. They just it's being a dick.
We didn't have that. We had just like wrestling matches, and I often had that with my dad. He would just throw me around.
Okay. But that's kind of the thing. It's like not enough to like where it's like that like tang of not enough to bruise, but enough to like fucking fuck, dude. Like
the sting, a little bit of sting.
Yeah. So like Loki's not weak by any means. You're definitely fucking bulky. But he's fucking quick.
You don't even like have to be bulky to make it hurt. Like it can, it will just sting when someone.
Yeah, he's limber, which is the thing. He's fucking bony as fuck. But yeah, he's quick.
Sorry. Yeah. Also, Thor Donald. I at this point as like Kay is like going off. You could probably tell like his voice is shaking really bad. He's like on the, I guess a little bit on the verge of crying because like. I guess the best way to say it is that he's just incredibly I overwhelmed, if that makes sense. A lot has happened to Kay literally within the last like couple of days, and I don't think Kay has gotten a chance to just sit down and process it before we get shoved into the next crazy fucking insane thing. And like it's obviously having kind of a toll on Kay, and I think that's kind of why he's just like going off, if that makes sense. Just a lot of things have happened and he just hasn't had a moment to just like cope, if that makes sense. And just he's kind of yelling it out on the verge of tears. I fuck. Sorry, I'm getting to myself. Shit.
You're good. Take a moment if you need to.
I'm surprised that you didn't smack me when Scarfang decided to go all Birdman of Cartan yesterday. like somehow making that my fault. That was all Scarfang. That was his choice to do that.
Was this when I was flying around and we got caught by the police?
I was like weeks ago.
Was that weeks ago?
Yeah, I was back in Cartan, dude. You guys were on a boat for like a week and a half.
Oh, well,
and you were in Roanoke. Yeah, that was
like
that's some 2 week ago shit.
That was 2 weeks ago.
It's been a minute.
I mean, Kay could still think about. Yeah, did I get smacked for that, or did you get smacked for that?
I got smacked for that.
You got fucking berated for that by fucking
Ribbon. And then we went to the cops too.
Like I said, I don't think Kay's currently in his own.
Thorier chased him across the city because of it.
I don't think. Once again, I don't think Kay is like in his best mind right now, because I know you say that like it's been like weeks since stuff has happened, but
time for something to pass and time to actually sit down and like process it.
Yeah.
Because like I said, like it was like Kay died and then he wasn't dead. And then like the court case happened. And then okay, you're back in Carton. And then all right, cool. Now you're fucking then. And then on a boat, then in Golveg. Like it has, and that's part of it's the life of an adventurer. It's a lot of and then.
Yeah.
So
and I read.
Yeah. And then I guess Kay just like kind of just stops yelling, and then he goes off to a tree and sits up against it and just keeps mending like the broken like physical parts of the broom, and isn't really choosing to talk anymore. He's just really tired and frustrated and exhausted.
Yeah, I think everybody needs to get some sleep, otherwise we're just gonna start yelling and slapping and not get a lot done.
Did somebody say slapping? Loki comes out of nowhere again.
Did somebody say bow? No. Loki will be more than happy to take watch because he can do that for you guys while you sleep. And so he has not burned anywhere near as many resources or HP. So
I can make an electrically motivated campfire.
Okay.
Please explain what you mean.
I guess that's a good question I should ask too. Are you guys setting up camp with obviously the risk that things could find you? Obviously with obviously with electric campfire reduces smoke and stuff. Obviously,
gotcha.
And it's also like day, so there's not really like the worry of the lights.
Yeah.
Fucking you over. So you guys can. The obviously downside is like takes time to set up camp, so you lose probably no more than like an hour setting up. The downside of not setting up camp is you won't like mechanically you will still get a long rest, but it won't be as restful, if that makes sense.
Because there's a dirt. Gotcha.
So, what would you choose to do?
Well, I would like to remind that as a part of my deathless nature, you can finish a long rest in 4 hours if you spend those hours in an inactive, motionless state during which you retain consciousness.
And that's fine too. But and this is the same thing. I talked to Burrow about this because it was a thing they revised in the original Player's Handbook. It's the same thing with elves, where it's like trancing. You're still like you take the actual resting part is 4 hours. You still have to complete the 8-hour portion doing 4 hours of minimal activity. That can be keeping watch. That can be cooking. That can be reading, whatever it might be. But you can't like 4 hours. All right, I'm good, and then go out for adventuring.
Gotcha.
Sorry, bros, I'll be right back.
You're good.
I say, well, we shouldn't really make camp, but we should at least try and make ourselves comfortable and get some sleep.
Yeah, like getting your beds and stuff out, getting you don't really need a campfire. You can if you want to cook something. And again, Scar can do an electric one, which eliminates at least some of the risk. Should you want to do that? So
I feel like Kay has made a little lean-to next to the tree, and he's just sitting there for his rest.
Mm. Oh. So is this going to be a long rest or a short rest?
long rest.
Yeah, long rest. Yeah, I'm. What's the word? I am almost out of spell slots.
You're also having gone throughout the night, risking exhaustion.
Yeah,
yeah.
It would be a con save. You could potentially make the save, but
I want my character sheet. Thank you. Yeah, because I burned through what 2, 3 rages.
I think 3.
Yeah.
1 with the swimming, and then 2 with the falling.
No, I didn't use one during the swimming.
Didn't you rage at the start, the first kickoff?
No.
Oh, then fine then. You only use 2.
Yeah. And long rest is that one.
Yeah.
Oh.
And aid would disappear at this point, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you do this again?
Gear icon. Then 0 out your temp max HP. And then hit the gritty.
Yeah. The gritty. I don't remember that being a part of the long rest process before.
Up and down. We all still here?
Yep, swing on.
Okay.
Alice,
Yeah.
Okay. I'll also let him know to hit the long rest button when he gets back. But yeah, so you guys are able to rest, recover. Fucking definitely needed. After just the events of what you've dealt with. So it's pushing about 4 in the afternoon at this point. Sun's still in the sky, obviously. Especially as you're still early part of fall. It is very apparent that the days are definitely a bit windier. Though you are inland, the warm coastal winds carried in by the sea around you do get kind of like trapped in the mountain range. You kind of hover over the lake, that warm moisture causing your sweats to stick to you and your clothes to have that very uncomfortable dampness to them. Beginning the process of just kind of taking a moment, realizing some of you kind of why Golveg is called what it is, and again, kind of understanding why they've kind of more or less just settled with the little bit of island that they have off to the side. The attempts to move inland seemingly fruitless. The ruins you found yourself in, and this great structure that had long since just given way. As you are taking that moment and kind of recuperating, Loki would return from the shadows where he's been keeping watch. Small perimeter around the camp to make sure you weren't approached by some 9-eyed deer or something stupid.
The
You would be
knife
aware
man.
of fresh water nearby. You're able to fill canteens, take a moment to recuperate from that. However, something I do need you all to do for me, if you give me just a moment.
I cast
Fucking-
dysentery on Thorir's water thing. I'm kidding. I don't know dysentery.
Well, actually, that is not entirely inaccurate because you are in a tropical jungle environment. There is definitely an element of pestilence and heat stroke due to the environment you find yourself in. So, with that, because you have had access to drinkable water, it has not been that bad. However, I do need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
As you are now in a warmer area. You're pushing over 100 degrees at this point.
Oh, shit. Wait, you said
the DC
saving
is
throw,
very
yeah?
low. Yes, Constitution saving throw. The DC starts at 5, and will increase by 1 for every additional hour you go. If you have resistance or immunity to fire damage, you automatically save on the saving throw. So Scar is actually immune to this.
You said it starts with 5, right?
Starts at 5.
Okay. Technically,
They're fine.
Yep. I have a +8 to my con, so it's gonna take a lot.
Yeah. So you're aware of the fact that you are in the presence of extreme heat. That's not new information to you. You will need to plan accordingly. You filled your water skins, obviously, which will help with dehydration and exhaustion. But you will need to just kind of keep that in mind.
Yeah. There we go. I guess what's the word? Kay will go ahead and take the time to cast his buff spells for everybody.
Giving everyone aid again.
Yeah, aid at, let's see, hang on. 5, 10, 15, 20. Fifth.
Done 5th.
Yeah. I mean, 20 hit points is pretty good for everybody, right? Like,
yeah, and it hits the 3 of you guys. So
yeah, I should have not have done that. Aid at a 5th level. Cast spell. So everybody add 20 hit points to your max total, because Kay is not a monster. At the end of the day, he still considers you all to be his friends. He is just a little upsetty spaghetti. Oh,
what's up?
That was a full override. He's just a little upsetty spaghetti right now, but it will pass at some point.
Cool.
Okay, we'll also cast what's the word? Mage armor on himself as well.
So what level did you cast? Welcome back. What level
20
did you?
It's 5th level.
5th level.
So 20 hit points.
So Scar, convey to you. Basically, you guys took a long rest.
Okay.
Just to stave off exhaustion and such.
Smart.
It is a lot warmer as you guys are hitting that the peak noon, and later into the afternoon, as the warm coastal winds kind of get caught in the mountain crevasse. It kind of hangs over the water in the lake. That very damp moisture causing you to begin to suffer the effects of heat exhaustion. Scar, because you are either resistant or immune, it's one of the two, to fire damage, you're entirely fine. You are thriving. You're prospering.
Oh, hell yeah.
Kay and Thorir did roll. DC starts at 5, and every hour it goes by 1 as you're exposed to it. So they've filled up canteens. They have methods of maintaining it, but you would be aware that like the longer you're in this area, basically, and at least until nightfall, it's very warm.
Steamy.
Kay did cast 8 on everybody, so you guys, I already added it to your thing because you were gone.
Thank you.
You've also long rested. It also presses the button for you as well. So,
thank you.
Other than that, kind of just vibing. The idea is to do a little mosey around trying to find the thing that you need.
Yeah, the flower. Yeah.
Awesome. Excellence.
So, with that,
there we go. To close the door. All is well. I like the necks I have selected.
So, as you guys are kind of given the option to explore, because this is a hex, what direction would you like to go? Somewhere in that red is a spot, and you know it's somewhere of at least slight elevation, of which this mountain range does apply. It doesn't necessarily need to be the peaks, but some elevation, because it doesn't grow on like the ground below the canopy. So let me know what you choose to do.
I mean, actually, Professor, Percy, back with the, now that I'm thinking about it again, with the dragon stone thing, with that 28 I rolled, could I gauge how long that come to the beacon chooses another, does that go on forever, or will it eventually stop?
Until the point that it's turned off.
Oh shit, cool, so it's just gonna keep dragons to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Kay stops for a second and turns to Scarfang and puts a hand on his shoulder, and it's like, well, you're gonna probably have a lot of dragon hide that you can work with in the near future.
Oh.
So we're going up, elevation wise.
I mean, we are told the flower is found in high elevation. Yeah.
Higher elevation, yes.
Right.
So it's not great. It's at least a couple hundred feet up. It wouldn't be mountain peak, but it also wouldn't be like the base of the mountain. Somewhere in between. So, are you intending to move inwards?
Yeah,
towards the mountain. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So with that, it does take a bit of a walk. So with that, I need Thurier and K to make another con save.
Con save. Why not wait, why is the big man not making a con save?
He's immune or resistant to fire. So he doesn't have to. He can't get heat exhaustion because he's resistant to it.
Blessed be my shotgun. So many benefits to owning a weapon, guys.
All right. So you're both fine for now. Nothing too crazy. Nothing more than nothing better than an early morning, just woke up, steep 65-degree incline in 100-degree weather with your shirt sticking to you. Great for the soul.
You know what we should do? We should get a decanter of endless water and then put it in our freezing box. That'd be delightful. Box of cold.
No going.
My bag of holding, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, would that keep the water inside it? Would it cool the water inside it?
Surely. If only for the meme.
Gotcha.
So, with that, as you guys are making the climb, give me a group investigation check.
Woo!
Let's go. Pogging.
Shabam.
Investigation check.
Yeah.
This lines up.
Scar is way too busy just enjoying the scenery. It's the wilds. The wild orc stalks his prey. But no joke, Scar. There are tons of very bulky and very muscular, very lean elk and goat that are beginning to in this elevation of mountain. Prime hunting food for dragons because it's very lean meat. But also just the nature of they can get up here fairly well, actually. So yeah, you're kind of more focused on that. Thorir and Kay, as you're looking around, you're still pretty low in the base of the mountain as a whole. You've been walking for about 2 hours in total, making a good amount of progress. But because there's not like a well-walked path, you're definitely being hindered by it's effectively difficult terrain. You're not making as much progress as you would have hoped. Also, it's horrible. It's like a 65-degree incline. It's fucking hot as balls, and you're carrying basically weighted backpacks. Like it sucks. Okay. Let's be real. It sucks.
I know we talked about it a little bit, because the broom of flying only freaks out if you like push its limits. Could Kay be using the broom of flying just like as a leisure thing, just like so he's not
just to kind of like it's like like you're like sitting on a bike and you're not pedaling, but you're kind of like walking forward on your legs while sitting on it. It's kind of like that. Like it's hovering enough underneath you that you're really not putting in the most amount of effort, but you're still like you're moving yourself with your feet. So like enough that like it's not putting all the weight on it as well.
Yeah.
So same thing, Thorir, if you'd like to, you can just casually just glide horizontally.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So Scar is fucking moisturized, uninhibited, staying in his lane. He's having a great time.
Delightful. All is well.
All right. So as you guys are continuing, let's have another con save from the two of you.
Okay.
Okay, both fine for now. Thorir, you're starting to get to the point. Kay, not as much, because Kay is wearing very, very light clothing. You're wearing leather, specifically. Are you wearing Fimbulwinter?
No, I'm on my way. If you're talking about things I have tuned and whatnot or wearing,
well, I'm saying like presumably you're wearing them, even if you're not attuned, right?
Well, I don't know what I don't know. Would I get?
Are you using unarmored or defense, or are you using?
I'm pretty sure right now
you're using 3 plus to con plus vibrant. Okay, you're still wearing like leather bracers. You're still wearing like a cloak. Yeah, like all your stuff. Like for Kay doesn't have a lot of things. There's a lot of just like stuff on you. Like your leather is like it's obviously there's sweat underneath, and you can feel like the fur lined dampness, that weird hairy wet texture. You could feel like the cloak on like your upper back is like just damp and like sticking to your shirt, and your shirt's also just like sticking to you like the back of your skin.
All the fun stuff.
It's not a pleasant experience. You're not at the point of exhaustion, but you're definitely at the point of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So with that
question, have we started to find any of your plans, gather them or not?
That's the thing. So the first 2 hours you didn't find anything.
All right.
The second TRs, which is the one you just rolled for, can I have another investigation check?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm saying oh because my headphones just went the we're almost dying beat to me.
I'm gonna fuck it. I'll throw a magical guidance on this. Spend a spell point to re-roll that.
Okay.
Anything
Thorir.
from I was about to say no. Oh, Scar's just off in his own world. He's not helping at all.
Oh yeah, Scar, you can also roll. This is investigation.
Shabam, Scar clocks back into reality, rolls a 5, and clocks
back out.
Did we find it yet? No? All right.
He's just like, oh, this is so cool up here. Oh yeah, the flower. Yeah, nothing. Oh, this is so cool up here.
Looking out further, Thorir, again, because you're more focused on like, man, it's hot as fucking balls up here. Like, why? Yeah. No wonder we don't come to this part of the island. There definitely is that element of, and I will also add, it's getting worse because the hot air it elevates, and so you have like the traditionally colder mountaintops that are just pushing all that hot air up. So as you're going up, it's just getting worse. It's just hotter, and it's not pleasant.
Son of a bitch.
So, okay, looking around, you're not seeing it yet. It's a lot of because there are caves and stuff. There's natural occurring caves.
Mm-hmm.
You would see like mushrooms, varying varieties. You would see the occasional like mountainous flowers that you expect to see. Certain plants like tall grasses and.
Oh, hold up, Alice. Yo. 1 second, my headphones died, so no sound. I'm getting no sound from you guys.
There's still plenty of mountain to explore. It is also possible there is nothing here, but you've also only been looking for 4 hours, so could be elsewhere.
So the guy who wants us to find this plant, he gave just to make sure if I remember correctly, he gave us a notebook, right?
Correct.
Like that had knowledge about.
Correct.
I know we also talked to Odin, but I was getting food at that point when we were talking about the plant. What is the plant's? What was the plant's name again that Odin gave it?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
It's in a journal somewhere. I'll find it.
Second. Give me a second, guys.
Okay.
Plantus fancius.
I am sleep deprived and have consumed alcohol. It's
okay.
Gone.
It's all good.
I'll remember tomorrow, but I got nothing now.
Because there might be a chance.
The plant's name is grave dust.
Grave dust. Because we know it's supposed to grow up high, but there also might be other extenuating circumstances involving the plant. Because if the climate is too hot, then it might. I guess the thing I'm asking is, could I I know Odin gave us information, but could I thumb through the journal that our anonymous client has given us and see if he's noted anything else about this plant at all?
I think I sent you guys a photo of what it looked like too.
Yeah, the way I've got it described here in my notes is bulbous white plant. Yeah, bulbous white plant.
Bulbous white plant?
Yeah, it's almost like a mushroom-esque.
Mushroom-esque.
And like design, it's like a bulb plant. So in that regards, it's similar to that. But, you know that it also has like thorns.
Gotcha.
So.
Because if it's sorry, this is Aura I guess, metagaming knowledge a little bit about bulb plants, because my parents like to plant the shit out of those and then they die immediately. Those like to grow in cold weather, and
which would explain the higher
it's getting hot as balls
well.
up here. So
yeah. So that's my thought process. But we could keep looking, see if see as we get up like higher, if it gets colder. But if the temperature continues to stay this degree of hot, then we might want to start heading towards.
Hey, I would say no rule needed. You'd be aware, and also because it was talked about, it'd be very convenient if there was a place of elevation that was also notably known for being associated with cold.
I think Kay's just kind of doing a cursorily glance around and is thinking about it, and then he stops.
Sure, the DM's pen isn't giving you a hint. Hint.
No, I know. I'm seeing.
And to be fair, it could have also been here that you wouldn't have known without the heat wave, and Alfheim could be some there as well. But if you're looking at a more or less almost a guarantee, this would probably be the spot.
Kay
Which
stops.
Also is convenient because there's a place of red lightning shooting out of the sky with boats.
Yeah.
Other things.
Kay doesn't know personally about the boats. He still remembers the dream, but he doesn't know about that shit. But I think Kay stops in his tracks and just turns around and starts going back down on his broom. This ain't it, Thorir. Wrong place.
Positive?
Thorir, hello?
Sorry, it's just because guys are coming out of speaker. I've got to mute the mic, otherwise you guys are going to come in. My mic's going to pick you up too.
Gotcha. So, what was the name of the plant again, Thorir? Sorry.
Grave dust.
So, grave dust was described as a bulb-esque plant, correct?
Correct.
Oh, no, I was talking to Thorir. I'm role-playing a little bit. I'm sorry, I like to role-play.
In my role-playing game, how fucking dare you?
So, fun fact about bulb plants. I took as a part of my alchemy thing, I had to take like a horticulture class back at the with the I'm forgetting my own info. Back in Solgard, I had to take a horticulture class as a part of my alchemy stuff. And fun fact about bulb plants, they don't thrive very well in hot climates. And as you can tell, we keep going. We keep with mountains, they get colder as you go up. But I can tell just from how you look right now, it's not getting colder. In fact, I think it might be getting hotter as we go up.
I don't know what you're talking about, as Thorir does one of those lunges that most guys do, because when your things on inside your pants are sticking to your legs, and it's gross.
Anyway, I mean, if we're at this elevation, I could possibly Kay's just being kind of a dick. Not a dick, but just he kind of stands up on the broom and he does binocular eyes as he looks out. Hey, could you remind me what Jotunheim means again, Thorir? What that is associated with?
The giants.
Cool. What kind of giants?
I mean, just the giants in general.
Oh, just giants in general.
Giants.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know you're probably hoping for storm giants or something, but no, just giants. Really.
No, ice, frost giants.
Well, yeah,
yes,
frost giants. But really, we've interpreted in this our world here as just giants at all.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll stop playing coy then. I think our best location to find the grave dust is going to be over in Jotunheim.
All right, cool. 1 second. All right, okay. We worked out. Where's the measuring tool? Measuring tool. No, that's not the measuring tool. Aha! I was on the wrong measuring tool. That's why it wasn't working. Right, because we know that from... I think we worked out what from Golveg to Jotunheim is 3 to 4 days, yeah?
Mm-hmm. In optimal conditions. It's about the same distance. If you like entirely just cut across everything.
So it'd still be 3 to 4 days from where we are now to get to Jotunheim.
Correct.
Oh, okay. That was my main concern with that. Like, are we adding more days? Do we really have... Well, we do kind of have a... How many days do we have again? Shit.
You have until the 24th, so you have 2 weeks as of like today.
Alright, so yeah, we got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Get to Jotunheim, find the thing, get back to Golveg, then get back to...
And then once you're far enough away from the island, you can just teleport to Garton.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure. Good question. What does I'm just going to use the measuring tool again. What does Fourier know about the area along this line? If we want to go like as the crow flies in a straight line.
Well, first things first, you have to go back to where the dragons are.
What's that?
Towards the temple, which isn't ideal for obvious reasons. Assuming that fucking beacon's still going. Second thing, again, if you're just cutting directly across, you would come across the first draft, more or less, of the Rainbow Bridge. That was meant to connect Vanaheim and Alfheim together. But when both of those places went to shit, was very quickly given up. You would then enter the Valley of Beasts, which, again, very aptly named, has just a bunch of things in it. Now, which, again, you could avoid most of them if you were smart enough about it.
More dragons?
Well, you got all these mountains here.
Yep.
Well, that's the thing, is if you do it right, you can entirely bypass them if you go around them this way. So if you go this way, you could avoid the dragons. You might have to deal with some shit in the lake, but you can kind of just cut right through. Avoid the maze, avoid the mountains. This is the straight shot, and this would actually save you the most amount of time. It's about 3.5 days if you were like... No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 3.5-ish days. 3.5, 4.
Cool.
And you could just entirely fucking skip over most things. Nobody wants to fuck with the maze. The maze.
I want to check out the maze.
All the homies hate
No, you don't. No, you really don't, man. You don't.
The maze.
He's in the walls. He's in the goddamn wall.
And then I think, at the risk of getting himself smacked again, Kay will bring it up. And unfortunately, so you know the dragon beacon thing, right?
Yeah.
So I got it. A lot was going on yesterday, so I didn't quite have the time to fully process it. But that's just gonna keep going until somebody turns it off. And whoever the person who turns it off needs to be attuned to the Dragonstone.
Right. So you're...
No hand touches the beacon.
And how do I put that? Like, if it was any further away, I would be fine just circumnavigating Valheim and just keep going on. But Valheim is like, it's still a ways away from Golveg, but it's still calling dragons to Valheim, and Valheim is pretty close to Golveg proper. And like, oh wait, hang on, I'm confused. Okay, what is did we ever figure out the name of the city? The
Vanaheim.
Oh, Vanaheim. What was I saying? Valheim. Oh, okay. The ruins of Vanaheim are pretty close to Golveg proper, and if dragons keep getting dragged to the Vanaheim ruins. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think it needs to be turned off and dealt with. Like,
you want to do that before or after the dragons fight it out?
I mean, I guess we can let the dragons keep fighting it out.
It's kind of either go into an active war zone, except what you're fighting is Hiroshima.
But I say, from our vantage point up here in the mountains, can we see what's going on at Vanaheim at all?
Not in the slightest. You're miles away at this point, but you can tell shit's fucked.
Can we see the nuclear? Can we see the hydrogen bombs going off?
You can see the giant fucking statue. The tower's not there. The fucking temple is long since been destroyed.
I feel like this is a great way to just reduce the amount of dragons on this planet, and that's never a bad thing.
Like how big of the radius? How big was the radius? Did you say, Percy, that it calls out to?
400 miles. So if you have aptly noticed, that's the entire map.
Oh,
including things in the water and surrounding islands.
I see.
Yeah. The backup, the there's a good argument for turning it off, but we still need to probably wait and see.
If not turn it off, at least move it.
Yeah.
Tuck it in the fucking ocean. It's a lake right here. Just have it be over. Toss it in fucking Muspelheim.
Okay, out of game. Aura does not want to toss the stone. It has some cool shit, and I think I would like.
At what cost?
At some pretty crazy costs, I know.
It's just a fucking permanent. I'm right here. Neon sign to any dragon.
Okay, let's go and pick up the grave dust first, and then on the way back, we'll see how the situation's going. How does that sound?
Yeah.
I love that you guys have just drastically changed, like the socio fucking animal kingdom on this fucking island.
Yeah. It's pretty
Beings
great.
that have ruled and set the food chain for millennia are duking it out currently. It's fine.
To be fair,
eat each other. It's pretty great.
Right. With that, though, we are good to go ahead and call it there. It's a good stopping point.
True.
So,
good work, boys.
We didn't die.
If we could get XP for the amount of dragons that died just now, we'd be balling.
Yeah. Right.
Literally, if we had a wall of force that lasted an hour, we could literally just run in, find the stone. I pop hour-long wall of force if that existed. I attune to the stone and turn it off. But unfortunately, we can't do that.
Yeah, just sneak in while overhead, Godzilla,
that's the problem.
Godzilla versus Godzilla is happening.
Yeah, elephants dancing on top of ants.
That's kind of the problem. We literally until all the dragons kind of call each other. We can't go in and get that thing because it's going to be actively saying come to the beacon.
If Brady dragon that's just flying overhead trying to head to his next fucking stop and gets fucking yoinked down. You just got games on your phone.
But also, once again, I know I'm sounding selfish, and I'm really sorry about that, but I do really want that magic item. Percy has really sold me on it.
It's so funny, too, because how is this any different than me doing this to Scar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet you guys get mad at him, because I put shinies in front of it. Scar's never done anything wrong.
Shinies that inevitably end up hurting us, though. That's what you put in front of Scar. Ones that end up hurting us.
Okay.
The amount of things I've put you guys in so much danger so many times because of items.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
we have Sasa on our backs because of me.
Time out.
How did we forget about that?
We're ending the game now. Figuring out what to do next.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Alright, let me find something to raid out onto then.
We're just talking about
Yeah, like Dakella as a whole with Thassa, you've got to think like Perforos was chill, luckily.
Chill as fuck.
It's a good thing he was like, you can have this, because if he wasn't super chill, he would have been not very chill very quickly.
Yeah.
Like, what was I gonna say? I also thought about stuffing the dragon orb into Thorir's bag of holding and seeing if that muffled the beacon noise. But I'm not sure it would have.
Iroas is also in that fucking pile
I know.
of dragon corpses too.
We still have
I thought it was Eye Among Us.
Same thing. They're the same god. Just be honest.
I like.
So there's another reason to go back.
Like
Fuck.
I am literally like trying to think of the best way to do this because
there is no best way.
Yeah, into my uni friend who is for some reason is cooking on stream, and I want to see why she's doing that. So say goodnight, Coastlanders.
Good night.
Good night.
And we'll catch you again, same time, same channel, same place. Bye.